apologize for telling lies, for every night you stayed up and all the times you cried. Broken hearts on timelines, trapped in our confines. Love's a contract, signed in blood on dotted lines. We perfect on the gram, but in person we a mess. All the filters in the world couldn't cover up this mess. We was goals to the people, but the love couldn't last. Posting pictures of the future, but we stuck in the past. We would argue every Friday, make up every Sunday, breaking up at midnight, back together Monday. Love is like a cycle, spin around on the runway, crashing every season, but taking off the same way. Say you want the truth, but you crumble when it's shown. You the type to break the windows and complain about the stones. See, I deleted all the text, but screenshots never lie. I was saying I was working, but I was really outside. I was caught up in the cycle, I can't seem to let it end. I was breaking every vow, but swearing I'll amend. I'm faithful on the gram, but a villain in the flesh. Two faces in the mirror, both toxic, both a mess.
I used to believe in you, hung on to every word you said. Thought it was me and you, but you had other plans instead. You couldn't stay true, you welcomed her into our bed. You must have lost your mind, you must be out your head, yeah. 'Cause you're a snake, you're a liar, I'll bring rain, I'll bring fire, and you won't know peace. You're a clown, you're a fool, but the joke's on you, 'cause you messed with me. I don't get hurt, no, I get even. Best believe it's heartbreak season. I'll bring rain and I'll bring fire, and you won't know peace. You won't know peace, no. You won't know peace.
Get the likes up, get the likes up, let's
you
go.
You won't know peace, no, no. You won't know peace. Best believe it's heartbreak season.
Hey, it's gonna be one of them nights, man. I suggest y'all go ahead and pour up. Y'all know I'm talking about, y'all know I'm talking about it. Let's go. Hey man, y'all go ahead and pour up a shot, man. It's time to go in, gang. We took a night off. Let's go, man. Let's go. Cheers to the gang, man. Cheers to the gang. Baby, let's forget the past. We could kill the games. 'Cause I'm missing you. I'm hoping that you feel the same. Staying up late nights and I can feel the pain. You know it only gets sunny when you feel the rain. And I can see your skin reflecting in the moonlight. Like the candles, I'm just trying to get the mood right. Damn, look at all the time that we wasted. But what's the damn odds that we'll make it? Forget the outside, 'cause they don't know the history. If you could read my mind and you'll know what you meant to me. They say time heals wounds even mentally. You know you gotta let it go if it's meant to be. And if it's meant for you, then it's meant for me. I'm feeling you, I know you feeling me. All you gotta do is keep it real with me. I'm so toxic, how you deal with me?
I can hear you like an echo. I can't let go of you, no. Are you waiting up for my car? Do you think of me at all? If we ran out of money, my jokes stop being funny, will you stand by me, honey? Oh. If I told you all my secrets, you knew my deepest regrets, am I still who you be with? Falling back in love, like we're on a Paris street and I'm on my knees. Say you still want me.
Hey, Hey, know I'm talking about, know I'm talking about, know I'm talking about. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Let's get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, no tone back, RatchetTV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. Alright, so boom. Man. We gotta talk Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up. Look, tonight we getting back into this David case. This David case has been loose and all over the place. Let's keep it a big buck, Ratchet Gang. This David case has been loose and all over the place. I need everybody to double tap the screen to get the likes up. Double tap the screen to get the likes up. Y'all know I was late for the live. I was supposed to be live at 8:30. I popped out late. I had to run and get me a bottle, man. I was like, man, look, I got to go get me a bottle. It's just going to be one of them nights. These lives been loose. There's been a lot going on in this David case, and I have been down this rabbit hole for days. I ain't really even been sleeping like that, bro. I've really been deep into this rabbit hole, and it's a lot of weird stuff surrounding this, which leads me to believe an arrest hasn't been made because there is no such thing to me as a coincidence. There's definitely no such thing as too many coincidences. Could this possibly be one of the most rare cases in the world? Now, I'm only asking a question. We're going to get into the facts, but I'm only asking a question. Could this be possibly one of the most rare cases where a coincidence or too many coincidences just line up and it's just not what it seems? Could this be the case? If you think that this is just a coincidence and you think nothing is of this, drop the gems right now. If you think that they're running a play and something else is going on behind the scenes, around the scenes, or behind the scenes somewhere, let me know by dropping a cap. If you believe this is just a coincidence and this is just like, I don't know, man. If it ain't what it seems, drop the gems right now. If you think that this is just BS, man, they running a play, it is what you think it is, drop the caps in the building right now. Who is confused by this, though? I'm probably one of the most confused people in this room, because the more you dig on this case, the more it doesn't make sense. Like, you would just think right now they got enough evidence to charge him with something. They also raided his house. They went looking for blood, and they also went looking for some type of clue. They went looking for something in his house, and they also took his computers. So let me ask y'all something. If someone goes in your house after a crime is committed, basically an unaliving, they're coming to your house looking for clues and take your computer, what does that tell you? Just from the naked eye, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what they got or what they don't got, but we do know for a fact they went to this man's house, they raided it, and they also were looking for blood. They were looking for clues of her being there. They said they were taking hair follicles. They were taking all types of stuff right now. Allegedly, they were taking hair follicles. They were taking clues out that house. They were taking phones. They were taking any type of device they could be recorded on. They got their Tesla footage. They got a lot of stuff that they're about to release here pretty soon. So why don't you think that? Why do you guys think that they went to that house? Can anybody in the chat tell me, what did they go to that house? What led them to that house? So David is a suspect. They say you're a suspect. They said you're a suspect. I see a bunch of people saying you're a suspect. Okay, you're a suspect. You're a suspect. You'll figure it out, Ratchet. I already got it figured out, but we're going to get to that. They said they believe he did it. They're going to nail him to the cross. He's likely a suspect. If you want, yeah, salute Binky for the $5. I appreciate you, Binky. Salute. They said they're trying to find the crime scene. There you go, Dundada. Dundada might have said it. How much percentage my phone got?
I should be good. I left my charger. I have to go get my. If my phone get ready to die, I have to go get my charger. But anyway, uh, basically, they know for a fact she wasn't unalived in that car. What led them back to that house? Because they know for a fact you're a suspect. They're not going to tell you you're a suspect. They're going to play nice with you. They're going to be your best friend. They're going to make you feel like you don't need to flee. You don't need to do nothing. Just stay right here. We got you. We're only trying to figure this out. We're trying to help you. So right now, they know that something inappropriate was going on, regardless to the fact of whether he unalived that little girl or not. The fact of the matter has to remain. Like, I know we do have David fans, and I know some people really want to plead his innocence, and I'm going to play some videos tonight where people will basically say they don't believe David did this. First of all, we got a couple of problems here. First of all, that little girl been in his Discord server, and these Discord people have came out. We got some receipts tonight. These Discord people, I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all yet? Hey, look, these people from Discord are the people we need. The people who were in this server are the people that we need. He didn't have a big Discord server. We got a big Discord server. You can go back and look at anything. Ratchet ain't got nothing weird going on no damn Discord. Matter of fact, mods, y'all can drop my Discord server in the chat. We need to start popping back out on Discord and making Discord great again. I've been taking a break off everything because it's just a lot going on, fam. I'm just trying to stay alive out here. I'm just trying to stay alive. I got higher ups watching me. I got a lot of stuff going on over here on this platform. I'm just trying to stay alive right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a big buck. So everybody do me a favor, double tap the screen. We finna get into this case of David. I don't know what's going on, but I got you one thing. These people from Discord are now coming out and talking. And a lot of people are saying that this little girl been in their Discord service since she was 10 years old, y'all. This little girl has been sitting in that Discord server, and allegedly, this is how they met. Allegedly, they met on Fortnite. So you remember, I think a lot of us, even us adult men and women in the room, if you're a gamer, I used to play Fortnite. You run across a lot of little kids on Fortnite and shit, like on video games, gaming period, Apex, Fortnite, 2K, whatever. But you don't lead those little kids into your Discord server. I would never tell a kid, hey, come to my Discord. No. You're under the age of 18. You stay right here. Matter of fact, your parents should be monitoring your ass because there's a lot going on this internet. It's a lot going on the PlayStation Network. It's a lot going on Xbox Live. It's a lot going on over there on Roblox. It's a lot going on over there on the VR headsets. It's a lot going on the internet. Y'all need to watch y'all kids, man. Because it's a lot of little kids just running around here on this worldwide web not understanding that one of these people can lure you right off of there. And that's kind of what that teacher was saying. Allegedly, some people, TMZ reached out to the teacher who had that viral video in this case. The teacher is basically saying, I was trying to warn my students on meeting people online and online dating. This is something. And so at that point, I don't need to call down there. I don't need to get mad at this person, try to help them lose their job or nothing like that. If that's your explanation, I get it. I understand what you're saying because a lot of these little kids don't got no guidance. So it is up for somebody like us to just stand up and be like, hey, look, I know this person and I used to teach this person and look what happened to her. She thought it was cool to meet this good guy, David offline, a rapper from LA. And she was sold a dream and she was lured off the internet but you gotta think your kids are impressionable. A lot of kids don't know no better. We was all kids once and we looked up to somebody that we acted just like. You can't fake it in this room. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be the toughest, the baddest, or whoever. Everybody in this room at some point in their life looked up to somebody and tried to mimic them. I did it with Michael Jordan. I wanted to be just like Michael Jordan. I mimicked everything he fucking did. The tongue out the mouth. You know what I'm saying? My hands wasn't big like his, but I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, mimic him with the movements. And I'm trying to go outside and I'm trying to be like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I'm copying all Michael Jordan moves. I want to play basketball. I want to be just like Jordan. I want to be like Mike. Then AI came along. I'm trying to act like AI. I was a little kid. I'm trying to act like, look, man, damn, AI out here. AI got the sagging pants with the, you know what I'm saying, know what I'm saying? The gangster look, fuck that, man. I'm like AI out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So we all been impressionable as kids. So you can't blame the little girl, and you can't blame like a Naziah Harris. You can't blame a Celeste. I said Celeste, my bad. Celeste. You can't blame Celeste Rivera. You can't blame any of these people. You got to start thinking about kids are impressionable. So it's up to us to monitor our kids and to not let these devices raise our kids, because if these devices raise our kids, they're going to be looking to the device for everything they're lacking in the real world. You understand what I'm saying? So your kids are focused in on this device because they're lacking you don't give them enough attention, because if you did, they wouldn't be on their phone that much. You wouldn't even let them be on their phone that much. You would have a time limit that they could be on the internet. You would have a time limit that they can be on. You don't care because they out your way. You know what I'm saying? It makes it easier for them to be distracted by everything else going on that you ain't got to worry about. You just think they're playing a game, but you're not understanding they're getting lured by some weirdo, some sick freak that's across the fucking country. And this person might be so impressionable. They might be the best fucking Fortnite player there is. And this person might start getting some clout sooner or later. Now that clout kind of lures these kids into the platform. You get what I'm saying? This clout is starting to lure, allegedly, y'all, allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just for entertainment, education purposes. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video, and everything I say is alleged. My bad, I had to do my disclaimer. But they start to, now you got a bunch of little kids flocking to you. Now you got a bunch of little kids flocking to you, and you're using your platform to lure because you got they like the clout. So you can go into a Roblox room and all the kids are attached to you. You can go into a VR room and all the kids are attached to you. You can, man, y'all some. So we're going to figure this out, man. I don't want to get too deep into what I'm thinking, but that's just basically my train of thought right now. I don't know. I just think that this dude was luring. This is my opinion. I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying my opinion is he was luring multiple kids, because there's multiple kids that were in his Discord server. Like, he was giving out his number to 15-year-old, 16-year-old, whatever, allegedly. But let's get to this damn story, man. This is a sick, sad story, twisted. Every day it's a new story that's coming up in this shit. I don't know what to believe in this David situation. I know that he still has supporters, but something that the cops know led them back to your residence. And it's also because they know you knew this little girl, bro. You know what I'm saying? They knew you knew this little girl. They know she was in your Discord server. Now, there are two different Celeste, allegedly. Now, this is something else that's trying to get spinned out of the... Let me clear up a few things, y'all. There are two different Celeste. There are. And one of them, I believe, is a cover-up. But there are two different women named Celeste. There's a 23-year-old and there's a 15-year-old. And a lot of people have been mixing and mashing up a lot of information. That's why you need journalists and not bloggers and not clickbaiters, not people who are just chasing the story. Like everybody who came out with that story, oh, kids' remains were found near the residence. Are y'all stupid? Are you dumb? Like, seriously, some of y'all got it. Why would you send me that? I don't need to see that. Why hasn't TMZ reported that? Why hasn't any news outlet reported that? I'm not saying the news are the most credible people, but they're clout chasers too. You don't think they want that story? No news outlet has reported that no infants' remains have been found. Therefore, this girl was pregnant. Y'all need to stop lying on unalived little kids. This is sick. Y'all are just as sick as these twisted people that we're covering. Some of y'all got to fucking stop with the clickbait shit, and y'all got to start banning these fucking people with the clickbait. I don't know if she was pregnant or not. There is no proof that she was, and there is no infant's remains that were found. I'm not going to sit here and lie on a little kid. This is sick. I'm not sick. I don't need money, and I don't need clicks. I don't need views that bad to where I got to go lie on a little baby and lie on this boy and lie on this little girl who just lost her. I don't got to sit here and do that shit. I'm going to bring you facts. So everything we're going to speak about is facts. We're not talking about no little kids' remains that were found. I'm not talking. That's a lie. So anyone spinning that shit is a fucking liar. Stop that. That's sick. Y'all are just as twisted as these people that we cover. So let's start right there. All right. So What we about to do is we about to get the receipts out. We about to get the facts out tonight. We're not gonna do no clickbait-ish. We're not doing none of that. So y'all ready to get this show started? All right, we ready? What I'm gonna do right now is, I told y'all, your boy, wait, we finna get lit tonight, man. This is a crazy case. We gotta go up tonight, man. Hold on. Before we start this, I didn't take me one, man. Before we start this, I gotta give me a little, you know what I'm saying? All right. Man. All right, so, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get the Simply Fruit Punch in that bitch. All right, so y'all ready, man? Let's go ahead and get these videos started. Let's go ahead and start on this damn live tonight, man. I've been holding y'all up for long enough, man. So we not gonna do none of that clickbait shit. So all the people who lied to y'all, God bless y'all. God be with y'all. Y'all, we know y'all just trying to find y'all way up here to this. You trying to climb to the top of this mountain where Big Ratchet is at. We get it. Don't worry about it. We understand. But we finna take this shot for the gang, and we finna get to this real content, and we finna get to the facts of this David case. Double tap that screen. Salute to the gang. Let's go. Let's get started, man. All right, let's go. Let's get started, man. Man, this dude, David, it's a weird little kid, man. Do y'all think he did it? Do y'all think David did it, man? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all think he did it? Y'all believe he's talented? Does anyone in the room think this kid is talented? From the first little vocals we heard of him till now, he's gotten better. I ain't gonna lie, because he couldn't sing for shit at first, but I guess he got a little better. But I don't know, man. We gonna see, man. This is just getting weird, man. This is just getting weird. Let's continue, man. My bad. I'm trying to fix my microphone. Okay, there we go. All right, let's continue, man. Let's get to this damn David show.
So I got a question.
Now, does this sound like Celeste? This is off his album, so I'm gonna have to keep pausing this. But she says, so I got a question. Does this sound like Celeste's voice to y'all?
What's the question?
Why don't you hold my hand anymore?
Here we go again, bro.
She says, why don't you hold my hand anymore? Does that sound like Celeste to you? This is so creepy, man. This is so creepy.
I got a question for you now.
Okay.
Why do you think we met?
She says, why do you... This is like some deep spiritual thing that, yeah, Binky, very weird. Salute, Binky. I appreciate you, Binky. Salute. Double tap that screen, man. We only got 336 likes on this damn video. And we only got $5 on the damn screen. Salute to Binky for that 5. But let's go, y'all. What we doing tonight?
It's kind of like that, I loved you before I existed and I love you even when I die. Yes.
I love you even when I die.
Celeste may have not been the only underage girl that David was allegedly speaking to. David's alleged second victim has come forward. Angle Easy on Twitter was formerly one of David's friends until he was made aware of Celeste. And these screenshots are from 2023, and the girl, who wishes to remain anonymous, was underage at the time. Angle Easy posted this saying,
salute to Chocolate Queen for the $20. I appreciate you. Salute. I appreciate you. A new girl David dated in 2023 while she was underage has got in touch with me, and she has multiple screenshots of everything that happened between them. Just know there could even be more, and any people comfortable enough to come out, please do. We will do our best to help.
A new girl David had dated in 2023 while she was underage has got in touch with me, and she has multiple screenshots of everything that happened between them. It's a message from David saying, "Hola, okay, so I've been up all night thinking logically about you, work, life, relationships, and realized something that you'd agree with if you see it the way I do. Straight from my heart, I really, really, really love you, but I have been checking my schedule for the rest of this year and next year. I'm barely in Texas. I believe long distance relationships work under the right conditions, like you being able to travel with me, etc. I would love to have a public relationship with someone, but the way it's going, we'd have to be a secret or something. I want you to be happy, but you still have so much left to do in these last 2 years of high school. And it may change your view of this entirely, and I would gladly wait for you if we are both in the right headspace when that time comes. I want to still be here for you though and talk like we did before it got complicated. LMAO, I love and care about you and need to make sure you're not alone. We are still interlinked. Please express yourself thoroughly. Please no Oki or KK. I want to know everything going through your head." Single Easy also posted this, more screenshots from underage girls David had been messaging. This person said, "I did not know about Celeste, but I've been talking about David being a PDF file for other reasons, like him friending me after I told him I was 16. Him giving out his number to only 15-year-old girls, usually. Didn't he give one of the girls we knew in the server his phone number?" Celeste may have not been the only underage girl that David was allegedly speaking to. David's alleged second victim has come forward. Angle Easy on Twitter was formerly one of David's friends until he was made aware of Celeste. And these screenshots are from 2023, and the girl, who wishes to remain anonymous, was underage at the time. Angle Easy posted this.
What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? David allegedly has gotten outed by another underage girl, and let's keep in mind the number 15 exactly. He likes him around that age, but you see how he's like, "Hey, get more in detail and tell me exactly what you're thinking." Like he's getting off on this. You know what I'm saying? He's using his power and he's luring these little girls. You see, they're all on his Discord server. I promise you right now, if there's a minor on my Discord server, I don't know about that shit. If you've ever been in my Discord server, you've seen when a little kid popped up on that motherfucker, we like, hell no, get them the hell up out of here. Hell no. Now, get them gone. If we hear a little kid voice, I don't care if that's your kid in the background. I don't want to hear that shit. Get your kid the hell up off my Discord server. Hell no. We don't want no damn underage people on our server. You're not allowed. Stay the fuck away. Go get your mama and tell her, your mama better hit me up. Something. I don't know what you got going on. I don't want to hear a kid voice on the other end of nothing I got going on. Hell no. This is Ratchet Gang. This is no minors allowed. Hey, cool. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We glad y'all fans and y'all are able to tune in if your mama and daddy allow y'all, but I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing to say to you. Let's continue.
You guys, the more I dig into the David Celeste rabbit hole, the more I'm starting to see that this guy was speaking about Celeste. He was hinting at his relationship with her and hinting at what was going to happen to her and what was going to happen to the two of their relationship for quite some time. We already have seen the screenshots of messages that Celeste sent to one of her friends where she said that she had been intimate or was involved with someone else, and David got really, really, really upset. This happened at least 2 times, and given his reposts at certain time periods, it does seem like it could have happened, or he could have been suspecting something was happening more than twice. But he seemed to have been talking about his issues with Celeste with his audience and trying to mask it like, oh, I have a friend that did this, I had a friend who experienced this. But we all know at this point who he was referring to, and it was himself. Take a listen to this.
I'll tell you a story. I had a friend whose girlfriend continuously broke his heart and was continuously doing things that he knows that she'll keep doing, and he'll keep on having to take her back because that love is so strong. And she'll keep promising that she'll change, but she never changes. And he'll be at the verge of breaking up with her and leaving her. And then she'll be like, wait, can you please wait for me? I'll change. I promise I'll change. I'll change soon. I'll fix these problems. And he'll be like, okay, maybe I do have this faith that she will change. So I'll stay, even at my own expense, I'm the one being hurt, I'm the one getting my heart broken. I'll stay because that love I have for you is so strong.
He just seemed to have felt really insecure and jealous.
He's talking about himself. You could tell right there, David is talking about himself. oh, I got this friend. He always says that I got this friend who dealt with this girl, and she constantly broke his heart. And no, that was you with these little girls. That's you with these preteens allegedly.
With Celeste, and I feel like that just further proves my point with this image right here, that his period of pain and suffering was February of 2023 when the two of them officially started dating, and I'm using that term very loosely, to August of 2025 when she ultimately passed away. He also posted this song to his SoundCloud back on November 3rd, 2024, where he sings about never needing the person that he was in a relationship with, how he really loved this person before, but now the relationship is just draining the life out of him, and how he's realized that he never really needed this person in his life to begin with. And again, I think that this all ties into his jealousy, his anger, his rage with her possibly talking to someone else while he was away on tour. And I think that something in him snapped, and either he did something or made sure that someone who was in LA who could have helped him did something, which would have resulted in her passing. I think that he is 100% involved, and I think that he 100% knows. The fact that he was willing to send Celeste thousands of dollars, we've seen the messages, but he's not willing to cover her funeral costs. The fact that he found out the description of the body found in his Tesla matched that of Celeste, and he still continued performing without a care in the world, didn't seem to be emotional, nothing. It just all points to him knowing more and him being involved in more. You guys, the more I dig into
So
the
now that he said that, that's a good point. Why hasn't he made a statement? Why hasn't he came out and been like, I'll pay for the funeral, man. I knew the little girl like from my Discord or from Fortnite. I didn't have no inappropriate dealings with her. Hey, look, I don't know what's going on, but it's unfortunate, but I'm willing to, give the family some money. You haven't came out and said nothing. That kind of shows me you're guilty, bro. The fact that you're not saying nothing about anything, you ain't even made a statement about this little girl. She was a huge fan of yours. Why you ain't said nothing, dog?
David got Celeste pregnant allegedly, according to new Discord messages that have resurfaced, leading people to believe that she may have been pregnant when she was murdered. This is all alleged information, guys, but according to these messages, it sounds like it could be true. We have these messages from David saying, I'll join the group chat with wifey and give y'all the story time. And then we have him saying, me and @deleted_user got a kid on the way. And the @deleted_user is this account here. And as you guys can see, that is Celeste's hand, we believe, with David's name tattooed on it. The ring looks similar, especially to that ring from this photo, a photo of David and Celeste. That same @deleted_user posted this photo. That message, me and @deleted_user got a kid on the way, is from July 11th of 2024. So that brings the question, when Celeste was unalived, was she pregnant? Also, Celeste would have only been 14 years old at that time. And remember this old clip that resurfaced, guys? And after Celeste had accidentally leaked that David raped her, it sounds like, that's when he ended the live.
He trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Yeah, she definitely said he grapes little ones.
Really good.
Okay,
It's
bye.
been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Moz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
And once the chat realized what was said, you can even tell from their comments. Some people said, yo, end stream, oh no, LMFAO, canceled. Public statement, David, end stream, nah, she's cooked, and you are done. Honestly, this is so heartbreaking to me because she is literally a child. I really want to know, was she reported missing to the police before this? Like, I do want to know more from the family side of it. David got Celeste pregnant.
So, I don't know. What y'all think about that? That's crazy work, right?
These David lyrics are absolutely gonna blow your mind. And this was actually sent to me through email. They asked me to check out these lyrics saying that Celeste would have been 11 years old when it was published. The lyrics say, can we just take our time? We don't have to get attached. I know what the problem is. Save your tears. 7 years. I know life is complicated. You don't have to say anymore. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. We both have to find a way to work it out. My head is aching.
Wait. This nigga said, can't we just take our time? We don't have to get attached. I know what the problem is. Save your tears. 7 years. I know it. I know life is complicated. You don't have to say no more. Don't know if I'm going to make it. We both have to find a way to work it out. My head is aching. Yo, this dude is sick.
You're the one that started this.
So he's saying, look, you started this. You jumped in my DM, little one. Hey, look, you gonna have to save your tears for 7 years, or you gonna have to come with it. What the fuck does save your tears for 7 years mean? Does that mean she's the same age old girl was when she allegedly met you? Man.
David published this song on March 28th, 2022. In March of 2022, Celeste was 11 years old. He said, save your tears, 7 years. 11 plus 7 is 18. And I couldn't find a music video on this song to see if maybe any of the actors had similarities to Celeste, but the line that says 7 years and you started this is just so disturbing. And I don't mean to keep dragging this on, but there are so many clues just coming out from his music and his art. It's just really, really scary. These David lyrics.
I don't know, man. David, you looking kind of guilty out here, my boy.
What if I told you he didn't confess?
Oh, no. That's something told. We're going to get to that. We ain't getting on that right now. Not now. All right, let's go. Voices heard inside David's home amid investigation. That was David's crib out there in LA, Cali, allegedly. And you could hear some voices yelling inside amid this investigation going on.
So we not only have proof that
Mars, do me a favor, get Florida native the fuck out of my chat. I'm sick of seeing that person. Get them up out of here. Goodbye, Florida native. Have a good night.
David 100% knew that Celeste was a minor when he started talking to her, but we have proof that the people around him knew as well. I've already shared some screenshots from the Discord on my page in previous videos, so if you guys want to check that out, go do that. But we have some new screenshots right here that I want to share with you guys as well. So Celeste is the deleted user in his Discord, specifically in this message right here. She says, gosh, everything is so fast. David, bye, love you. Even though the pics they sent on here give me whiplash. And then she adds him to make sure that he sees her post. And she says, David, how do you feel that a 14-year-old is taller than you? And
so this is her damn profile from that deleted user. Everyone knows that was the Celeste that was unalived. She was in his Discord service and she was allegedly 10 years old. He's been allegedly grooming her since she was 13. And allegedly, 11, and allegedly she ran away to be with him at 13, got caught, allegedly went back to him, and then this happened. So it's a lot of weird stuff going on, but she was in his Discord server and she's saying that, how do you feel that a 14-year-old is taller than you? And if they knew it, he knew her age the whole time, allegedly.
And to the photo that she's referencing to, she even says me, indicating that she is in the photo with David. And he sees this. He actually responds, love you too, and don't worry, those pics aren't even me, which is sarcasm. These pictures were 100% him. And again, this is just further proof that he knew that Celeste was a minor when he was talking to her. Now, there's another guy who is in David's circle, or was in David's circle. He goes by the name Wonder Boy here on TikTok, and he live streams. And he was actually a former cameraman of David's. And during one of his recent streams, someone on the panel actually asked him why he didn't speak up when he knew that Celeste was a child and around David at the time that he was David's cameraman. And this is what he said.
Wonder Boy, you knew about that. You were working with David. You were his cameraman when that happened.
He likes what he likes. David likes what he likes.
Now, there are some mugshots and stuff going around about this guy being an RSO. None of that has been confirmed. I actually tried looking up the offender number. That doesn't come up with anything. I don't even find anybody with that name. So I think that that was probably made up. But regardless of the fact, people in David's circle knew that Celeste was a child, and David himself knew that Celeste was a child. Regardless of what people are going to try to say, they all knew, and the proof is all in this Discord. Now, according to what the news is saying, there are analysts that have been looking into this case, and they believe that David, if he hasn't already done so, is going to say that he allows Celeste or someone else to use his vehicle while he was on tour when something else happened to her. That had nothing to do with him entirely. To me, that doesn't really make sense. David was told that there was a body found in his Tesla. He was told a description of the body. He knew that the body was a description of Celeste, and he continued to perform as if nothing was wrong. At the very least, we know that he knew that Celeste was deceased. And I'm sure that authorities have been working around the clock to obtain surveillance footage as well as data from that Tesla to find out when that car was in motion and who was possibly driving it. You guys know I'm going to keep you up to date with the link.
Yeah, that's crazy work, man. David, I think you in for it, my boy. Now check this out, y'all. Watch this. David was using his girlfriend's wig. Now watch this. This is allegedly Celeste. Allegedly. Now there goes David. Man.
Wow, there's never been an allegation.
Yeah, allegedly, man. Allegedly.
Let's watch Ghost. It looks like I never heard this one. This one's 4 months ago, chat. 4 months ago. The date is April 25th, 2025.
Why don't you love me?
Why don't you love me? Oh. Heaven or hell? We will meet. Lucky me. Lucky me. Lucky me. Just to have met. Torture me, torture. What the fuck is this dude? Is weird. I can't forget, he says. He might have you. He might have you, girl. He's saying he might have you. But what? But I got your ghost. He might have you, but I've got your ghost.
What?
And we both know. That's the real you. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? He said, God knows it's true. God knows. I love you the most. But we both know. We both know what I have to do.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I don't know. This dude did it, though. I don't know, man. I'm starting to feel like this dude definitely 100% did it.
Day 18 on the winter tour.
This is him on tour, taking his little vitamins, vibing. This dude is so weird, fam. Yeah, I don't know. This dude is weird. What the fuck was that? Yeah, this dude is this is a very odd character. This is a very odd character, Ratchet Gang. What do y'all think about David? Can anybody in the chat tell me, what do you feel about David signing his autographs for his kid fans? Yeah, I don't know, man. This dude is... I don't know, man. This dude...
Do I love you?
I'm a lawyer and former prosecutor in the state of Florida, and this is my reaction to the current situation involving David. If you're not familiar, David is a singer who gained popularity from TikTok. There's been stories in the news that a body was found inside of a Tesla that was registered to him in the state of California. That vehicle was illegally parked, or for some reason it was towed and taken to an impound lot. At the impound lot, the workers smelled an odor in the vehicle. The vehicle was open, and inside of the front trunk, in the front of the vehicle, was a decomposing body. And the victim was identified as a young woman who has been missing for the past year, listed by her family as a runaway. After the identity of the victim came out, there have been multiple reports online about things that are linking the victim to David. At first, people were trying to figure out what's going on with this situation. The victim and David have matching tattoos. There are pictures of him with her on social media. There's Discord messages between them, and all of these things are publicly available online. This is an evolving situation, and it looks like law enforcement actually searched the home today where David was living, rented by his manager. And in that home, it appears they were looking for blood and DNA and other trace evidence. Now, all of these details are important. Why would they be searching his home for blood and DNA? Because there's something obviously linking David to this victim. Also, another consideration, which I haven't seen reported yet, but
that is a good point, though. The only reason why they would be going in that house looking for anything is because they believe something is there. You guys can't forget that fact. The police are only there looking because they believe something is there. They're not dumb. They're not stupid, and they're not slow. The police are raiding this guy's crib because they believe something is there, linking him to the unaliving of that little girl. So the only reason why they're there, if somebody get unalive, ain't nobody coming to my house looking for shit because ain't nothing here. You know there ain't nothing here. Don't come here looking for shit because ain't nothing here. So, but in his case, they believe that there is something. There's something is tying you to this unaliving. This little girl is linked to you, and we know it. So we're gonna go looking for clues, and we're coming right to your front door. I'm about to pour me up a shot before we get this next segment started. Yeah, let's go, y'all.
Many Teslas do have a USB inside of them, which records video footage from outside of the vehicle if it was in Sentry mode. So if his vehicle was in Sentry mode and the USB was plugged in, there's going to be footage of whoever put that body in the front. One thing that's sticking out to me about this case is the fact that David, when he was 17 years old, apparently met this victim when she was 12 or 13 years old, and it's reported that they had a romantic relationship. Now in California, the age of consent is 18 years of age, so she was legally not able to consent at that time. So now he's 20 years old and she's 15 years old. If they continued this relationship together and they were actually together, then he's going to be in a world of trouble depending on what they find. Everything that I'm reporting on is purely speculation based on what I've read. I'll do my best to update my take on this situation as it evolves. But if I were a betting person right now, David should be talking to a criminal defense attorney.
He definitely should be talking to a criminal defense attorney. 100%. All right, let's get ready to get these videos started, gang. Let's go over here and get these videos started, man. All right. Man. All right, let's go.
One of the crazy things, right? Yeah. People don't know this. David
every single time it was her birthday, dropped a song.
No, dropped a music video.
Dropped a music video on her birthday, bro.
I think she dropped 2, and one of them was the song.
That's wild.
Yeah, romantic homicide or some shit like that.
Yo, did you know she had tattoos?
Yes.
That matched him.
David, yeah.
David and her had the same tattoo.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
On the index.
So at first, what people thought was he wasn't actually connected to this murder, and he was just going on tour.
This is a total fan.
Yeah, until people started diving in, and they saw he was actually with her a lot. They were dating. Her parents came out with a statement saying that she had a boyfriend named David. Bro, it's crazy now. Because if you listen to the song and that lyric, like, I killed you and I know you killed that. Yeah, so he's actually confessing this whole time to actually killing that girl.
Still theory.
Yeah.
Allegedly still, yeah.
Theoretically.
It was mod.
Allegedly, he's been confessing this whole time, gang. What y'all think? Y'all think this dude's been some sadistic kid confessing to an unaliving this whole time? What do y'all think? Cheers, y'all. I'm gonna take this shot. Cheers.
More and more things keep getting revealed about this David guy. Now he has an alter ego called Itami, which means pain in Japanese. He was on an interview saying he was writing a manga on it and how like Itami will kill people and it's up to David to figure out who he killed. On top of that, he was bringing weird caskets to his concert so people could write to the dead. He had something as like Itami July 2023 to August or July 2025. Those dates would line up to right when he went on tour and right when Celeste's body was found. Call me crazy here, but he actually might plead insanity. Maybe they're setting this up to have like his Itami alter ego kind of take the fall for this. This is all theoretical, you know what I mean? They haven't charged him with the killing yet or anything, but all roads are pointing to him. It looks like he did kill her. Like, you're telling me you are dating this minor, right? I mean, she's a victim, you know what I mean? There's no way he did not know if they've been dating since like, what, 2021? Call me even crazier here, but I think he was paying off her parents. I think her parents sold her out, literally. No parents in good conscience would let their 11, 12, 13-year-old go with some random dude that they've never met or had no idea about. There's still a lot to unpack on this case, and more gets revealed every day. The Discord people, some of them knew, some of them didn't. That Robin River guy, that dude was ahead of his time. Here's the casket stuff that he was bringing to his shows. It's just all very, very weird. People are asking why he's staying quiet. It's because this is a very high-profile case. If it turns out that he didn't kill her, and the cops go straight to blaming him, that is a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. However, it's still not looking good for him. All of his sponsors, all of his collaborating artists have all dropped him. Do you guys think Celeste's family sold her out? I am strongly believing that right now, the more I know about it. Especially because they haven't really made a lot of comments either, or like shown any concern. I understand, like, some people don't want to be publicized, but come on. All you knew was that she was dating some guy, David, for like, what, 4 years? Come on, dude. You have to know more than that.
But the thing is, you're 13, you know about your 13-year-old dating somebody, a random person named David. I'm not going to tell nobody how to parent their kids, but first of all, 13 is way too young to be dating anybody. Second of all, who the fuck is David? Where did you meet this person? How old is that? You're not asking no question that a parent should even ask. You're 13, you're 12, 11, 12, 13-year-old kid is dating, and you're okay with that? That tells me everything I need to know right there. You know what I'm saying? As a parent, that tells me everything I need to know right there.
And David ain't do that shit. The other Celeste did that shit. Hear me out. The Twitch clip that y'all keep trying to figure out if it's the younger Celeste or older Celeste saying that David be talking to little kids, plural with an S. Soon she said that, delete everything. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Delete the whole thing, chat. Now, what if that older bitch knew that her nigga was fucking with a younger bitch and she got jealous because of that shit? Since we all being TikTok detectives, the Homicide Love song, that came out in 2022, y'all. Y'all gotta let that shit go. She was alive in 2022, 2023, 2024. Come on now. 2025, half of 2025 too. Then y'all talking about them. He dropped a video on her birthday while he creating a fucking funeral. He a weird ass anime nigga. It's not clear? Let's be for real now. All anime consists of killing, blood, swords, knives, katanas. Even when he covered his face with that little mask thing, that's all that anime emo ass shit I be talking about. That's why I don't fuck with that shit. Then y'all just said the car was sold to someone else. Then the car had came up missing from that person. but the person who got the car never transferred the title into their name. So it's automatically falling back on David because he's famous, one, so the public eye is going to know about this shit. Then it's a kid.
Nah. I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all David fans are trying hard. And girl, do your hair next time you come on stream like that. Don't ever come on with your hair looking like that again.
David,
please don't come looking like that ever again, mama. Yeah, let's do that hair next time. Put a wig on or something. But do like everybody else on TikTok. Put a bonnet on. All right, let's get to this shit, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all think David is innocent, man? Let me know in the chat. Does anybody think David is innocent? I gotta run to the restroom real quick. I've been drinking a little bit. I'll be right back.
Innocent. I believe it's been set up. I do have no so much.
This person says David is innocent. Let's see why.
I'm gonna be reading off just to help keep me in track of what I'm trying to say. Everyone's saying Celeste, his girlfriend, was found in the car, chopped up. Obviously, not the same girl. There's two girls involved in the case. There's Celeste Herrera, and then there's Celeste Hernandez. Celeste was found chopped up in David's Tesla. He drives multiple luxurious cars, I believe 12, and he lends out his vehicles to his friends and family members all the time. Someone with ill intent just got hold of the vehicle, and they most likely had a horrible grudge against David and caused him to try to set up by kidnapping a girl and making sure the girl has the same name and similar features to his girlfriend and planting her body in his vehicle that they had a hold of as evidence that he's guilty. Tesla is anti. That's just something everyone's saying. He would know. It says if he gets stolen, that it would notify him instantly. He lent out his vehicles to his friends and family often, and if there were someone who was friends with his friends and family, they would have easily gotten access to the vehicle without disturbance. He hasn't seen his car in a month, proving someone else most likely had it. He doesn't even have possession in it. He's being super cooperative with police. If he was guilty, he would not be super cooperative, and he's on tour. He can't do anything while he's on the tour. The person set up had multiple years to be put in place, and he's most likely used that time to set up David. Why would he put the body in his own vehicle? Ain't nobody is that stupid to put the body of the victim in their own vehicle. I'm saying, even if he didn't kill the girl, he was still a pedophile. She was 15. He's not. It was a different girl. The two girls looked alike. They had very similar features in the same first name, but one was Herrera. When they started dating, she was 19. She's now 22. And there's Celeste Hernandez, who was 12 or 13, and now 15. The dates match up, like the birthdays with the release dates of the songs. His record label most likely chooses when the song comes out. He can't just pick and choose what day he wants the songs to come out. His songs in general, though, everyone's saying, listen to lyrics here, listen to lyrics there, it all matches up, it proves that he's killed the girl. But the songs don't matter, it isn't evidence, which is why other rappers like Young Thug.
I mean, I see what you're trying to say. Oh, it don't matter about the song, dates, like, man, look, artists got more freedom over their music than you think they do.
KK or YNW Melly, they just all cleared from the songs because they just don't matter, they're not evidence. The girl in the music videos was Cassidy Clark anyway, it's not even the same girl. Discord messages. It's so easy to fake the Discord messages, and they could have been private and some faked anything. The shush tattoo on her finger, anyone can get a tattoo. Fans get similar tattoos to their favorite artists all the time. It does not mean there's a correlation between the girl and the artist. The mom says she was dating David. It doesn't mean that it was specifically D4vd David. It could have been any David. Even if she wanted, she could have.
So basically, you're saying that you believe in coincidences that much that there. I don't believe in coincidences at all. But this is way too many coincidences to even take into consideration. I'm not even now. This is way too many. This is way too many coincidences.
She could have lied, just made it up. She didn't know who he was, pretending like she's not with anybody, trying to make sure he's guilty. She could just lie about everything. He's the lead suspect. Of course, he's the lead suspect of the case. His car is the one with the girl found in it, and he's been framed. So, of course, things are gonna start lining up, and it's like, almost like it's too perfect. It's too perfect to be like true. So, of course, it's gonna be matching up. The person reviewed the songs and carried out the actions as if the songs had like happened in real life, pretending like that's how he would actually do it because of the songs. The girl in the streams, he's talking about he media trained her, and I feel like it's kind of obvious that someone would media train somebody else, because she could have said anything to ruin his career, exactly how she did in the video, talking about the Epstein files. People taking that out of context is right now ruining his career, which is exactly why he was saying that. Of course, she has to, when she's on stream, she has to know how to act correctly. And then this infant remains on his property. There is not one article or police report proving that there was any infant remains on the property. All of this information was just just given to the public and believed instantly by some dude, KSP, some news service person, I don't know. Everyone's saying Hello Kitty stuff. She had Hello Kitty slippers on. He has it on. So many people like Hello Kitty. Just because he had some Hello Kitty items does not mean it was hers, does not mean anything. And why, if it belonged to a 13-year-old girl, why in the world would that match a 20-year-old split? A 13-year-old girl that has such a small shoe size, there's nothing. He's being quiet, he's not caring about the situation. He obviously cares. He's most likely just not allowed to speak on the subject at all because his lawyers are legal matters. And then there's one last thing, is paying off some teenagers. It says, people everyone's saying, look at the photo of him paying off the teenager. That picture could mean anything. It doesn't have to be David, even though it looks like him. It could just be any dude. And even if it is him, it doesn't prove that he's paying him off to be quiet. That's just the context given to the photo. The kid's holding a bag, possibly saying David is buying something off of him. It doesn't mean that the kid is being paid off to stay quiet about the situation online. That's just what was given to it. That's just my thoughts. Say if I miss anything, I make a follow-up.
People are trying really, really hard to defend this dude, but it's getting hard as fuck to defend at this point. It's too much evidence linking this kid to this little girl. It's just too much evidence that points him in the direction of knowing this little girl and knowing way too much about her.
David was paying that girl's parents to consistently sleep with her, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Because number one, her teacher, I seen the video of her teacher get on here and say that she went missing for like a month before, but she came back. She got to school and was telling everybody what was going on, how she was gossiping with her friends and shit. Then she went missing a second time, and that's when she did not return. And I fucking refuse to believe that the parents of a 12-year-old girl allowed her to go missing, and then the shit happens again, and it's out of their control. They just helpless, then didn't know what the fuck to do. Get the fuck out of here, bro. And he was already paying off her friends. Them little kids that was accepting money from that boy, y'all need to try their asses too. Because why would y'all sit up here and allow, man, bro? The whole situation is terrible, bro. And the craziest part is, this girl was 11. She was 11 when they met. They had no common interest. It's impossible for them to have any common interest or any they had nothing in common when they met. So that means he's like to his core a pedophile. Like I'm talking about just straight he's the worst of the worst. And what blows my mind is how the parents of this girl allowed her to be in this predicament for a second time. You cannot convince me that was done without them being paid.
Man. Do y'all think the parents was paid off allegedly? Do y'all think it's possible that the parents were paid off?
Hi, I'm Pincus, and these are the most recent updates regarding David and Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The cops are yet to find out a major mystery in the singer David's case, as the date of Celeste Rivas Hernandez's death still remains unknown. And just for a refresher, she was found in the trunk of his Tesla September the 8th, 2025. Police also stated that it is evident that she did die before September the 8th, but they still don't know how long she was dead before they discovered her. David's manager, Josh Marshall, has also come under fire on social media as well. Social media users are claiming that Marshall must be in the know of things. Marshall's company, Mogul Vision, reportedly managed David and also the Los Angeles rental that was searched by police. The home was in Marshall's name. The owner of the house also stated that he had no idea that David was living at the property. And here's a quote from the owner of the Hollywood Hills home that was searched. "This all came as a complete shock to me. I only found out about the police activity this morning. Until then, I had no idea anything happened at the house or what was going on with David and the missing girl. I never knew David, and I wasn't aware that he had ever lived in the house." And this was a quote that was given by him to Rolling Stone. A California community has also held a vigil on today, September 24th, for Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Residents of Lake Elsinore, California gathered around 7 o'clock p.m. local time in memory of the teen who vanished from her home in 2024. The street was filled with flowers and heartbreaking messages from her loved ones, and also there was a banner that stated, "Justice for Celeste Rivas." Celeste was only 13 years old when she vanished in April of 2024, and she was found just a day after her 15th birthday. And police officials have suggested that due to the decomposed nature of her body, she had died while she was 14. This was reported by the Los Angeles Times and also the New York Post. David was also set to go to Europe in early October for the rest of his tour, but several of those dates, including his first show in Norway, have been canceled on Ticketmaster. A spokesperson for the singer told NBC4, "Burke is cooperating with authorities." This is the most recent update as of September the 21st, 2025. My source is New York Post, Rolling Stone, and Times of India. You have a great rest of your night, and I will keep you guys updated.
Yeah, man. Everybody's getting this news that look, they know more. More is gonna come out about this. Really soon, more is gonna come out. And this is the kid that we reported on last time. This guy just seems to just really believe David is innocent, man. You got one more chance, bro. This is your last chance.
David is innocent. Part 2. In part 2, I want to read off some comments that you guys left in my last post and tell you why he is innocent of murder. This comment right here talks about David liking Hello Kitty because of her. Just because he had a Hello Kitty plushie and she had Hello Kitty Crocs does not mean it correlates. I have a Hello Kitty plushie myself. I know many people that have Hello Kitty plushies. You know why? Because it's popular, not because it's Celeste. This person talks about how 2 songs were both posted on her birthday. Well, for your information, David is signed to 2 record labels. He probably has a manager and a team that tell him when he is allowed to drop music. Same as other artists. He does not get to pick the day he drops, unless there's something I don't know. I don't even know what to say. This person is talking about how she could have just been a crazy fan, explains the tattoo, and how she ended up in the trunk. And this could be another possibility. Maybe she got stuck in the trunk. Or maybe she could have been like, any other crazy teen that's irresponsible, especially if she's allowed to go out with quote-unquote David. Her parents probably didn't care, so that's the reason why she got a legal tattoo. This last comment talks about how David was going through a lot when he first made music. That's why the romantic homicide was made. And also, someone could be covering their tracks by blaming it on David, which could also be true. The reason why I say this could be true is because the car Celeste was found in was abandoned. I looked up how long it takes for an abandoned car to get towed in LA. Up to 72 hours at least. Now, additional to these couple of days, 2 days later is when her body was found. Now, through some family member, doctors, and some research I did on YouTube, there's no way Celeste's body could have been there longer than 30 days. This defeats the fact that everybody's saying she's been dead for 2 years. 1, that's not possible. She's only been missing for a year. 2, her body would have been just bones and they would have had to do a DNA test. There's no inclusion in none of the news articles that they had to do a DNA test, so her body was still there, making it the killing was recent. And according to David's Instagram, he has not been in California since the first day of the tour, making it highly unlikely David is the killer. I just want to end this off by saying thank you guys for giving me 2,000 followers and 190,000 likes with 2 million views. Couldn't have done it without you guys. And I hope we get the girl the justice she deserves. Free David.
This nigga said free David, bro. This dude David is guilty of a lot of shit. He ain't a saint. Let's keep it a buck.
It is now being reported that David might have actually met Celeste when she was only 10 years old, and the Tesla footage that everybody wants to see may be gone forever, as a lot of people are reporting that either David or his team have deleted the footage, allegedly. There's also more Discord chat logs that are being leaked about David, and you can see this one's pretty disturbing right there. Women who let me eliminate them and chop them up. Some of his old Fortnite teammates have also come out and shared their story about knowing him, and this person here actually claims that they knew about Celeste and him. They're saying that they met in Fortnite around 2021, which I believe would have made her 10 years old, and that she even joked about her graping him, or him graping her, but they didn't know if it was true or not because she would follow it up with a joke. People are also taking a look at this music video that David released. It has a lot of subliminal messages for Celeste and also some foreshadowing, as you could see he's chopping up somebody's body. Now, I know a lot of people are asking themselves, how is it that David isn't locked up with so much proof online? But you have to remember that the law works different than the internet, okay? There's a process that you have to go through, and you also have to keep in mind, not everything that is being released online is actually true. That's why at the beginning, I do say allegedly, and I also want to let you guys know to take these videos with a grain of salt. Other than that, though, let me know what you guys think about the situation, and it just keeps on getting worse and worse. I'll keep you guys updated. Make sure to follow.
Yeah, David, I ain't gonna lie, man. Every day it sounds like you just getting a worse position.
Check out this comment underneath me. This was in 2024. Robin River might actually know more than we do. This dude knew that David was diddling minors almost a whole year before we did. I'm not gonna lie, we might have to reach out to him to get some answers here. Things are getting weird. But that's not the only weird thing. This was a TikTok from David's account. You can see his account right below me. When your card declines a therapy and they bring you in that one Hello Kitty girl you met in 2021, that would line up to when exactly he met Celeste. And then this thing right here, I can't stop falling for her. And then the caption, now everything I own is Hello Kitty. She owned Hello Kitty shoes that apparently people were searching for and that they were like bloody or something like that the other day. Things are getting so weird in this case. There have been rumors that they found infant remains in his backyard. However, there's no credible source for that right now. There was visual evidence that she may have been pregnant. I made a previous video on that, and I think honestly she might have been, and I believe that she was. But we can't say anything for sure unless, a credible source actually verifies it yet. But this and this comment here is absolutely crazy.
Crazy work. People in that Discord server, like I said, are starting to speak out against David, allegedly. Some of those kids in that Discord server are starting to speak out. Let's continue.
So we not only have proof that David 100% knew that Celeste was a minor when he started talking to her, but we have proof that the people around him knew as well. I've already shared some screenshots from the Discord on my page in previous videos, so if you guys want to check that out, go do that. But we have some new screenshots right here that I want to share with you guys as well. So Celeste is the deleted user in his Discord, specifically in this message right here. She says, "Gosh, everything is so fast. David, bye, love you." Even though the pics they sent on here give me whiplash. And then she adds him to make sure that he sees her post. And she says, "David, how do you feel that a 14-year-old is taller than you?" And to the photo that she's referencing to, she even says me, indicating that she is in the photo with David. And he sees this. He actually responds, "Love you too, and don't worry, those pics aren't even me," which is sarcasm. These pictures were 100% him. And again, this is just further proof that he knew that Celeste was a minor when he was talking to her. Now, there's another guy who is in David's circle, or was in David's circle. He goes by the name Wonderboy here on TikTok, and he live streams, and he was actually a former cameraman of David's. And during one of his recent streams, someone on the panel actually asked him why he didn't speak up when he knew that Celeste was a child and around David at the time that he was David's cameraman. And this is what he said.
Wonderboy, you knew about that. You were working with David. You were his cameraman when that happened.
He likes what he likes. David likes what he likes.
Now, there are some mugshots and stuff going.
And to his response, he says, "David likes what he likes." So that tells me everything I need to know about you, my boy. So you knew he was dating the little ones, and you're like, he just like what he like, man. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah, you're weird too.
Around about this guy being an RSO. None of that has been confirmed. I actually tried looking up the offender number. That doesn't come up with anything. I don't even find anybody with that name. So I think that was probably made up. But regardless of the fact, people in David's circle knew that Celeste was a child, and David himself knew that Celeste was a child. Regardless of what people are going to try to say, they all knew, and the proof is all in this Discord. Now, according to what the news is saying, there are analysts that have been looking into this case, and they believe that David, if he hasn't already done so, is going to say that he allows Celeste or someone else to use his vehicle while he was on tour when something else happened to her. That had nothing to do with him entirely. To me, that doesn't really make sense. David was told that there was a body found in his Tesla. He was told a description of the body. He knew that the body was a description of Celeste, and he continued to perform as if nothing was wrong. At the very least, we know that he knew that Celeste was deceased. And I'm sure that authorities have been working around the clock to obtain surveillance footage as well as data from that Tesla to find out when that car was in motion and who was possibly driving it. You guys know I'm going to keep you up to date with the latest information about this case, so make sure that you guys are following me, and I will talk to you in a little bit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Man. Some more information about to come out. We about to get to it, y'all. Let's go. Let's go.
God, this is so bad. But no, it wasn't David who did it. It's this man. Let me see if I get anything about him. Hold on. I'm trying to get a name, or maybe just see what if he drives a car, what kind of stuff. So trying to get any clue if possible. I see a blue car, but it's not like a dark blue. It's more of like an electric blue color car I'm seeing. I heard the name Martin. So this could be his name, or this could be part of his surname. Or his middle name, but I heard the name Martin. So he's also got curly hair, and he usually wears a cap, and you can see the curls. Like, it's like longish, his hair, and his like hair curls up where the cap ends. He wears these like old, worn out Vans shoes. you know, the skater shoes, Vans, but they're so worn out. They're so filthy and worn out, but I see that what he's wearing. That's all I'm getting with this guy. That's all I'm getting with this guy. Wow.
So this person is saying David didn't do it. They're saying David did not do it. They're saying David is being framed. What do you guys think?
Okay, so we all heard of David, correct? Like the David case? Well, I just wrote 2 pages on Google Docs explaining the entire case and how he's guilty. And I will be reading that to you. So if you haven't heard of the David case, let me back you up. And I will be reading from my computer. Because if not, I'm just gonna stutter and I'm going to mess up. So basically, the famous singer and songwriter David, known for his songs Romantic Homicide and Here With Me, is being accused of dating and murdering 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, okay? So this is a very recent case, so I may be wrong and you are most definitely allowed to correct me. Plus, I'm only 13 years old and trying to solve this case. So, yeah. So about 2 weeks ago, David had his Tesla towed whilst he was on tour. It was towed for about 2 days before the tower person, the person who towed it, I don't know what it's called the police reporting a foul smell coming from inside the car. The police arrived at the scene and searched the car only to find the dismembered body of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. After this was discovered, David canceled the rest of his tour. But, hear me out, I have a lot of evidence, okay? Everyone who is in on this case suspects that David and Celeste were dating, and there is actually a lot of evidence for this. Celeste was missing for a year, and during that time she was most likely with David. The police actually found a tattoo on her fingers saying, shh, like, be quiet or something. And David also has a tattoo saying, shh, like, shush, on his finger, so they have matching tattoos. There are also pictures of them together and a screenshot of them on FaceTime with someone, and the person who they're on FaceTime with, I don't know who that person is. Okay, now the songs. This here is the entire paragraph of 3 songs, and so I'm going to be reading this because I can't memorize that. In his song Here With Me, the lyrics state, and I quote, I don't care how long it takes, as long as I'm with you, I have a smile on my face. Save your tears, it will be okay. All I know is you're here with me. These lyrics suggest that David doesn't care how long it takes for Celeste to turn 18 since she's underage and he is not. So that is a illegal relationship that they have going on. The part saying save your tears, it will be okay might mean that she wanted to go home or that she was homesick and crying. David, however, did not want her to go home and comforted her, persuading her to stay with him. In his other song, Romantic Homicide, the lyrics state, and I quote, in the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you. This might have meant that David started to feel hatred towards Celeste and then killed her. Did she do something to upset him? I don't know. But the song name being Romantic Homicide says a lot, actually. It says a lot because in the song there is nothing about romance, and the song is called Romantic Homicide. Romantic Homicide. Homicide meaning someone else killed someone. But now that this song is part of the Celeste case, it actually makes a lot of sense. It all makes sense because she was his girlfriend. I put that in quotes because at the time she was 13 and he was 18 to 19 years old. There was also a leaked song that David wrote called Oh Celeste. Someone must have leaked that because I can't find it anywhere, but I found the song on TikTok. The lyrics are, Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. This clearly indicates that David and Celeste were in a romantic relationship. Okay, now if those songs weren't enough proof, here are some more. Celeste went missing at the age of 13, assumingly running away to be with David. This is where shit went downhill. There is a live stream that was resurfaced by someone where David and Celeste are seen on live together, most likely on Twitch. They were talking about needing to delete the live in any vlog that they made together. Celeste is also seen wearing a hoodie with the hood up, a black hoodie with the hood up, and large glasses, probably to hide her identity. I can't remember what David said, but then Celeste said something like controversial by raping kids. They then both laughed when David muted the microphone to say something to her. Nobody knew what he said to her because his microphone was muted, and I don't think anybody read his lips or anything. After he unmuted his microphone, they both said goodbye and ended the live. The joke that Celeste made about raping kids highly suggests that David raped her and she accidentally snitched on him while on live and then laughed to cover it up. This only occurred to me now while recording, but if we go back to romantic homicide, the lyrics say, "In the back of my mind, I killed you and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true, I hate you." David might have started to hate Celeste because she accidentally snitched on him on the live stream. And he was worried that Celeste would accidentally snitch or purposefully snitch on him more for the things that he probably did to her. And so in fear of those being leaked, he killed her. This is all my evidence for now. Please tell me if I missed anything or if I'm wrong about anything. So, yeah.
I think you did a good job. I think you did a good job keeping it all together, holding all that information on in there. That's a good little timeline that we needed. Salute to her. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. There's a lot of evidence that's linking David right to this little girl. David's Discord chat is probably gonna be the reason he goes down. AC Shakur, been a member for 11 months. Drop the flowers for AC Shakur. We only got 592 likes on here with damn near 1,500 people in here and only $25 on the damn screen. Double tap the screen, guys. Let's go.
It does not matter if his lawyer is Mike Ross, Harvey Specter, Matt Murdock, or Saul Goodman, because if the Discord chats get shown in court, it is game over. Firstly, look at this message from David back in 2022. Celeste in here? Hi David, Bark. She was 12 years old at the time, and we're just getting started. Look at some of these conversations in his Discord. David only talks to women from the server. Oh, bro, the simp, ha ha ha. Yes, for real, wow. They're usually 15 to 16 too. WTF, David is a PDF file. And this was all back in March of 2023, over 2 years ago, and it doesn't stop there. He only adds underage. I know, right? I'm not joking either.
Bruh.
And then there's this chat from over a year ago. I want to tell everyone about how David is a PDF file. Did y'all know David likes? And when David sent the message to everyone saying, "At everyone, I'm in a song crisis right now," the same person goes, "Drop the one with the missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez." Now look at the messages that David sent himself in the chat. "I like writing gory psychological drama, romantic quotes, and a lot of death. You're so effing real for that. I love it. It's what makes something serious real. I use it to desensitize myself. Not gonna lie, some videos are funny. When's the first time you watched a video, David? I saw a cartel video on Reddit when I was 14. Then he misspelled it here, but he goes, I watch it to disconnect the part of my brain that feels empathy to the wrong things."
Yeah, that dude is weird. Salute to Demetrius Chapman for that gifted membership. I appreciate you. Yeah, this dude creepy as hell, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this dude is a psychopath. Allegedly.
Celeste Rivas' parents have spoken out and revealed how they feel about Celeste's passing and David. The mystery around Celeste has left many people asking what her parents must be going through as details continue to surface. The case first gained national attention earlier this month when an abandoned car was discovered on a Los Angeles street. Officials later confirmed the person inside was Celeste. Her passing shocked people everywhere, and questions have only grown since. The car was traced back to David. That detail alone has created a massive conversation online. Officials are still working to understand how Celeste ended up inside the car and what her movements looked like before she was found. Two sources told the Times that experts are reviewing posts and photos that may give insight into her final months. They also carried out a search at a Hollywood Hills property connected to David. Despite the rumors, David has not been called a person of interest, and officials have said he is cooperating. But as the story grows, people are turning their attention to Celeste's parents. Many social media users have commented that they cannot imagine what it feels like to watch these revelations unfold. Every new headline about Carr or about David adds another layer that her family has to process. Across Twitter, countless posts are written in support of the parents, with people saying they deserve answers more than anyone. Still, there is frustration too.
Some argue that speculation online only makes things harder for her parents. What remains certain is that her parents are at the center of this heartbreaking situation. They lived through the months when Celeste was not found, and now they must face the reality of her passing while the story becomes global. The focus from the public is as much on them as it is on the unanswered questions. Now, a source has revealed what Celeste's parents think of what's happened. In a statement, a source close to the family said, "Her parents are devastated. Right now, their main focus is on getting justice for what happened. Many are wondering how this happened without her parents knowing, but now all that really matters is that the whole truth is revealed. Either way, things are not looking good for David right now." For this video's comment question, what would you do if you were Celeste's parents? Thanks a lot for watching.
I don't know that Celeste's parents are in the clear of anything. I'm gonna be real, because I feel like you had to have known. To me, I would just feel like if you're a parent and you don't know, I'm gonna look at you sideways because you should know. I need to pour up to that one, man. Parents in the room, do you know what your underage kids got going on behind the scenes? Do you keep up with your underage kids? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all parent your kids, or do you let the devices parent them for you? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all keep up with your kids, or do y'all let the devices keep up with them for you? Let's continue. Cheers, everybody.
I decided to finally go down a rabbit hole on this whole David case, bro, and it's so much to unpack here, bro. I find it very hard to believe that he did it and that he was not set up. Because of the Jeffrey Epstein stuff and the stuff that Candace Owens is telling me right now, bro, it's hard to believe that this dude did not get set up, bro. The evidence is pointing to him too much. If America wasn't going through this whole like crazy conspiracy stuff, I'd have believed bro did it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd have believed it. But I feel like everything is bigger than what we think it is. If you think I'm crazy, everybody in the world knows that these Jeffrey Epstein files is hiding something. So the question now is who's setting them up, and why would they set them up? I think the music industry, to be honest with you. Some people who knew David before his fame knew that he was a very Christian person, knew that he wasn't always having these piercings on his face and very emo. Once Romantic Suicide blew up, they said that's when he started going Hollywood. But then I just saw a clip on him on the stream that got taken down. He was just saying, hey, if you want to join the music industry, they will kill you. Music industry does not like that, and everybody knows the music industry does not like that. And if you don't, go do your research, bro. This might be the craziest take, bro, but I think he's honestly being set up by them, bro. All the evidence is just pointing to him. Everything that he's done in the past is all coming to light. Yeah, I think this dude most definitely did some weird shit, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know if he killed her, bro. Now, like I said, I just went down this rabbit hole last night. I still got to get more information. I might be missing out on a lot of information that's really pointed towards him and really just disclaiming everything I just said. So I'm going to do a little bit more research, but I don't know. From just seeing what I saw for like the few hours last night, bro, it's looking like he's being set up in my eyes just because the way America is today.
Does anybody in this room feel like David is being set up? Does anybody feel like he's being set up?
If David gets charged, will he be pleading insanity, and has he been setting it up for that the entire time with this alter ego that he calls a Tommy?
Tommy's not in me, but like in me, like, you feel me? Like, you know when you get like possessed?
You know that David started a tour on July 30th of 2025, and that
Salute to JoJo in the building. Thank you, Ratchet, for covering this insane story. Dude did it. Much love. Thank you, mods. Salute. Salute to you, Big JoJo. I appreciate you for the honey bun. Salute, salute, salute.
that is when he started introducing these funeral elements into his show, which is the beginning of this tour that was called Withered. At these shows, David was making fans pay respects to Atami, which is his alter ego when he's blindfolded. The dates of Atami are 2023, which lines up perfectly when he first met Celeste in person. The first time that they were seen on stream together was in 2023. It's guesstimated that that's when they first met in person. And as we all know, her body was found the day after her 15th birthday, which was September 8th of 2025. The car that she was found in had been parked in the same spot for 3 to 4 weeks. And then on top of that, with the heat in LA and the decomp, now this is not verified, but a guesstimation would be another couple weeks that she was gone with, you know, how things are looking with the body. So that would put us around July 28th to like August 5th. And guess what? Not only does that timeline perfectly match up with their alleged relationship, 2023, to August 2025, but it's also public record that David had some time off, 2 days in California, in Del Mar. That was on August 2nd to August 5th, and Del Mar is only 2 hours away from the Hollywood Hills where that car was found. Now, this first video I'm going to show you is one of the most disturbing ones that I think more people should be talking about because it kind of explains this whole Itami thing, and well, let's just get into this part first.
Should I say a separate part of me? He indulges himself in the thorns, dousing himself in the blood of his own negligence without even vetting the misleading beauty. Wearing a blindfold only to escape his self-made hell, accountable only to pain. I have placed this part of me throughout this project in different areas of melody, lyrics, and delivery. You'll feel it when you get there. Follow me now through this journey of holding a rose petal by petal until they fall short. And I have no choice but to catch it by the thorns.
So I think he was very much telling on himself there. In a lot of his interviews, he talks about how he writes songs about things and then that's what his life becomes. Obviously, he's fantasizing about these things and then kind of working them into his real life. He went on the Zach Sang show and he had a little bit more to say about what or who Itami is.
Tommy is the villain of this album. He's the one that is making me withered and feel these emotions like grief and pain.
This dude is weird as fuck. What is he talking about? Itami and this weird shit. Salute to Marcy Sancho for the $2. I appreciate you.
The Zach Sang show, and he had a little bit more to say about what or who Itami is.
Tommy is the villain of this album. He's the one that is making me withered and feel these emotions like grief and pain and confusion. He's the one that is weaving his way into my relationships and ruining them and inducing trauma and things like that. You see him in the music videos and stuff.
Now, Itami is depicted in many of his music videos, most notably Romantic Homicide, which is his song about unaliving a girl and basically her ending up in the same condition that Celeste was found in.
Exactly. The girl ended up just like Celeste. Salute Belinda Scipio for that 13-month membership. Drop the flowers for Belinda.
His trunk. There's also an anime version of this. I'm going to show you guys both clips so you can see here. This is like the version that's in the original music video, which was released on her 13th birthday. And then the anime version I clipped together with one of his other interviews, and you guys just have to see this part. Roll the clip.
He wears his blindfold and he's basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego. And the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So like when I was as a detective, I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself.
Now, all of these interviews and all this stuff that I'm finding makes me wonder if he was trying to plant the seed for insanity, and I'm sure that if he does get charged, that that's the way he's going to go, because this is all psychotic. I mean, this guy really thinks that he has an alter ego that possesses him and makes him commit horrific, gruesome, pedophilic crimes.
Tommy can also embody himself in other people too. Like he can take over my body, he can take over your body. Pause. But like he manifests himself in different people. You know what I'm saying? So he manifests himself inside me. Pause. He's like, no, like he's in me, not. The Tommy's like in, like not in me, but like in me, like you feel me, like you know when you get like possessed, he's in me, not. Pause. But like he manifests himself in different people. You know what I'm saying? So he manifests himself inside me. Pause. He's like, no, like he's in me, not. The Tommy's like in, like not in me, but like in me, like you feel me, like you know when you get like possessed, like in you, bro, like not in you, but like in you.
And the weirdest thing is that apparently David is from like a super religious family. He says that he like does Bible study with his family every Saturday. I don't know how much of this is true or how much of it is just him like really having this big sense of self and loving talking about himself. He has so much to say about himself in every interview, but he does say that he was homeschooled and that his mom never got him in any kind of like groups or co-ops. Like he had no socialization. He was just alone at his house learning how to build computers and how to program. He was only allowed to listen to Bach and classical music, nothing with lyrics growing up. That's apparently how religious his mom is. Again, who knows if what he's saying is true, but I think it's obvious that he had some problems.
When I was 17, I was in Texas, just got fired from Starbucks, doing homeschool work, building PCs, learn how to code at the same time. I was looking for YouTube beats, and I just go on YouTube and search up indie type beat. And then I find the beat, I import it into the app. I go to my sister's closet because I don't have any space to kind of record. After that, I sit down and it's like a little claustrophobic.
Why does my boy got a bonnet on? Well, he ain't my boy, but why does this little kid got a why does he have this big ass bonnet on? Reese Cup, did you lend David this bonnet, Reese Cup? Let me know in the chat. Did you lend this kid this bonnet? Because that looks like one of your bonnets.
Big space with no AC, and I just start cooking.
It's important to remember that David was not like some musician or some singer. He was literally just a chronically online antisocial gamer who was playing Fortnite and making Fortnite edits while learning how to build computers and program. He couldn't even keep a job at Starbucks. He was just being a creep, hiding in his little sister's closet, writing songs about unaliving young girls, and the only reason that he got any attention was because he edited it so much that it didn't even sound anything like him. He raised it up so many decimals that it sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks, and that's why people liked him. That's why he went viral, because they thought, because people like Alvin and the Chipmunks, which anybody can sound like that if you raise it up enough. So there's nothing special about what he was doing.
So I sped it up even more, and this is how the sped up sound. This is what everybody knows on TikTok. Put that on TikTok and promoted it as Alvin and the Chipmunks, because like the pitch and speed so high, it sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks. So I was like, Alvin and the Chipmunks making original music, and then boom, overnight I got 1.5 million views.
I'm sure that David wants us to think that this was some impressive, genius, brilliant performance art, and the truth is that it isn't, that he isn't special, and that this was just somebody who was truly sick in the head.
You know what, you get like possessed?
Here's some more footage of him being unhinged on stage, talking about Atami on the kickoff of the tour, which again was July 30th of 2025, and then he had a break in California from August 2nd to August 5th, which kind of lines up with when we think that Celeste may have met her demise.
So you was free for a couple of days on this tour where you could have unalived that little girl. So you had a couple of days off right around the timeline that puts you in the time frame of knocking off this little girl.
Here's a video of him performing romantic homicide the day after he knew that a body was found in his trunk. This is in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And if you look closely, he doesn't sing the words, "I unalived her." He puts his mic out to the crowd every time. He knew something was coming. In the back of because I thought that was very strategic, the way that he didn't say the unalived words. And I don't know if that was him being guilty or his managers or the people around him, but I'm sure they're all being questioned by the feds now.
I'm pretty sure everybody got the feds looking at him right now. Let's continue.
And did y'all notice? David never took care of Celeste. She was always wearing the same clothes. She pulled up to one of his concerts in Hello Kitty slides. That man did not her. He literally called her the Hello Kitty girl. Like, with all that money that he was making, he could have bought her a new set of shoes. He could have bought her a new wardrobe. No, she was literally in that same hoodie, the same slides. She was just a little girl who was probably so excited and just thinking that, oh, I'm so special because he picked me out of everybody in the world. When a girl is around 12, 13 years old, let me tell you something. Any attention we get from a man, whether it's positive, we don't realize that it's negative till the end. It makes you feel like you're worthy. It makes you feel like you're important. And that's exactly what David was trying to make her feel, like she matters. But in the back of his head, he knew damn well that he didn't give a about her. He didn't want anybody to see her. The people around him too, they obviously was around Celeste and they saw she was wearing the same clothes. And like, just nothing was being done. And I just, this little girl, she was a child. She was nothing more. She was nothing less. Like, David probably had her on a high stool horse thinking, she's going to have the world. Just be here with me. Like, I really don't know what was his goal with being with Celeste. He obviously did not love her. He did not care for her. He literally dismembered her body to the point where we don't even know what actually happened to her or what caused her death. Like, the more and more I keep thinking about this case, it just makes me so pissed off because I'm just like, the parents will forever be blamed. The parents probably got paid off by it. Like, your daughter, I'm so sorry, your daughter was with a woman and you knew it. You knew it. And her brother literally went to the cops to try to tell the cops, like, look, my sister is with this guy, and nobody did anything to help her. She really thought that she was special, that this celebrity guy who has interest in me, he's showing me that he likes me, da. Girl, he have you in the same clothes. He didn't even have the decency to go out and buy her a new wardrobe. Just get her a couple of new shirts, couple of new pants, like nothing. And we don't know if she left with any clothing at all either. And it's just like, I don't know what else to say, but I really hope that they get this one. That's all. Like, he deserves some in jail, and that's just facts.
So to the person that says, who tattoos a underage person? Well, you gotta think, he has access to a lot of people. He could easily just put out a tweet, be like, any tattoo artists in Sacramento? And somebody's gonna be like, yeah. He'd be like, come to my hotel. Or, you know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna ask for ID and shit like that. So he's a celebrity. They got different access to what we got. Well, what y'all got. 'Cause you know, your boy Big Ratchet a celebrity too. I could hit up somebody like, hey, pop out, Big Ratchet in the building. So yeah, y'all ain't got the access to everything like everybody else do. Just keep it a buck.
New videos and clips have surfaced of David and his connection to Celeste, the 14-year-old girl who was found in his Tesla in a tow yard. This one is her backstage at a concert. In this video, she has the Hello Kitty shoes on, and this was back in 2024. We found out today that the US leg of his tour is canceled. Brands like Crocs and Hollister have pulled out. He has been unfollowed by many large celebrities. The police also searched his home, where they used luminol to see if they could find any evidence of her being hurt inside the home. They took a laptop as well as several other bags of evidence. We don't know what's in them yet. People have shared photos from his private story, and what blows my mind is that people knew about her, even in his Discord, and yet nothing was done to help her. This flyer was also shared, which shows that she went missing in 2014, but she came back home and went missing again. Many other photos connected to her. She loved Hello Kitty. There's the shoes. Here's this little keychain thing she had. And here's him on 2/7/2024 with that on. Now, someone also shared a screenshot of Celeste in David's Discord, and it said that she had joined in 2021, and I can't confirm that that is 100% true. But I find it interesting that he says it's the girl he met in 2021, but in other messages, it appears that he didn't live there at the time. So I don't know if that's how they met, and then when he moved, he was closer to her. I don't know. Now, this photo has been all over the news, and it's David, where he is allegedly paying money to these kids. What's interesting is this was allegedly near Celeste's house, but not his house. He allegedly would have had to go out of the way to come here to do whatever it is he's doing here. It almost looks like she's wearing that same hat that he had on in that photo. This has also come out where people speculate that he is washing her shoes, because there's pictures of her wearing the shoes. In the majority of photos, she always has something obscuring her face. She's wearing a hood, things like that. I just can't believe how many people knew she existed. There was other comments about him only liking underage girls, and she was a missing child. A missing child. She didn't even get to have her 15th birthday. She never should have ended up where she is right now. Forgot to mention, his home is reportedly $20,000 a month, but it's in his manager's name. His manager's name is Josh Marshall, and we haven't heard anything from him either. Lastly, at this point, David still has not been named a suspect. He hasn't been charged with anything. We don't even know what her COD is as of right now. But even without that, he is definitely feeling the effects of everything that's coming out right now. And at minimum, he knew her. I will keep you guys updated. I truly have never seen a story like this before, ever.
Yeah, this is one of the weirdest cases that I've covered. I ain't gonna lie. This is one of the weirdest cases I've covered.
And this part started making me more nervous because the neighbors that were across the street of David's house that was just searched by police, where the Tesla was found, was turned in by neighbors for being abandoned. Sources from that neighborhood said the car had been sitting in that spot on Bluebird Avenue for at least 3 weeks. Based off timelines from reports, we know that this car would have been towed in the early part of September because it sat in the tow yard for a few days before they noticed the smell coming out of it. And then on September 8th is when they would open that trunk and find who we now know is Celeste in that trunk. So the neighbors were saying that the car was sitting in the same spot for 3 weeks, which would take you to August. Now we're going to talk about David's alter ego, Itami, because what he says in this interview about his alter ego sent chills up and down my spine.
I had the idea to kind of make
this first music video introduced a character that I had been kind of ideating for a really long time. That's why you see him with the blindfold and the bloody shirt aesthetic and the bow tie. I'm really big into anime and I'm really big into manga. And I wanted to make my own manga series at one point. And I was writing a lot of poems and writing a lot of things for it. And a big part of that manga was an evil version of me named Itami, which means pain in Japanese. And he wears this blindfold and he's basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego. And the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as a detective. So like when I was as a detective, I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself. And it was like a cool little story. I didn't think anything would come of it. Like it was in the vault for like months and months and months. And I introduced it for the first time on screen because I had the opportunity with music to kind of explore this idea further with the Romantic Homicide music video. And people were asking so many questions. I was like, yo, this is kind of fire because like nobody would have ever heard of it if it wasn't for this music video. But Itami was the staple of this music video. You kind of see him throughout the entire thing. He's holding the knife with a bloody thing. You get the girl who's basically like the ghost of the person that he was his first victim in the manga.
Man, this dude, I don't know who doesn't realize this dude is sick. This dude is a fucking weirdo, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
See, David is doing all this stuff to get caught so that he looks like a monster, so people don't figure out that he was just a pathetic loser. He did all this to maintain aura he never really had. Seeing him describe his alter ego, sure bud, as an agent of chaos in one of those interviews just makes him such a goober. His killing of her was a byproduct of just how awful of a person.
Salute Keish for the $10 on Cash App. I appreciate you. Salute Keish.
Keep in mind, he did do something scary, awful, terrible. And anytime one of his songs, admittedly catchy, will enter your subconscious, especially after you've been consuming a lot of media about him, hopefully you're not streaming his music, dear God. If that happens, you know, it is disturbing. I feel like I'm inside the brain of somebody who can't admit that they did something bad. If he goes out, he wants people to fear him. He wants to be a boogeyman. He wants people to be talking about how he was actually possessed by a demon. He was doing a ritual or something. Okay? Do not give him that power. This was the guy you knew in high school who didn't leave the school and stuck around and told everybody how cool it was. That's what we're dealing with here, because his relationship with the girl he was grooming, may she rest in peace, was happening around the same time he blew up. And he blew up, like, at first trying to be a streamer. And then he was like, oh, I found out that I'm good at making music while I'm trying to be a streamer. Okay. Editor's note, it was way lamer than that. He was making Fortnite highlight reels on Twitter. So he was trying to be something lame, and he accidentally stepped into something kind of good. However, completely surface level. He did not put any type of creativity into world building or anything. He did this thing that you'll see a lot of bad artists do, where they find the toxic parts of themselves that they know it is the thing that people go to art for. Art is getting away with it. That's what Andy Warhol said. It's probably the best way to explain it, right? So it kind of calls for you to poke and prod at elements of yourself. A lot of sociopaths who want to be creatives will go in and they'll be like, oh, people want to know. They want to know about how dark my life is and how bad I am, you know, how just like the evil, the darkness from within. And instead of engaging in like a healthy, therapeutic type of creativity.
I agree with this dude, man. I think this dude did some sinister shit to where either he came through on his tour and did it himself, which I think that's most likely the fact, because I think that he wants the satisfaction of taking his own prey, or he had somebody else do it while he was on tour, which I don't really want to believe that, because I think that he is so sick and sinister that he wanted to do this himself. He wanted to be hands-on with this.
Where you take those darker elements.
Oh, salute Lil Pretty T for being a member for 13 months. I appreciate you. Drop the flowers for Lil Pretty T.
Of you, write them down, reanalyze them, edit them, and then make it. Instead, he just poured all of the toxicity into his art. Closest thing we get to a reflection on any of his, like, his demon character. Like, there's the part where it's like,
can't believe I said it.
He's getting excited. There are people who defend Chris Brown and R. Kelly. So, like, even, like, outside of the realm of what I consider acceptable, you made the dumbest decision. And just asking from the most cynical perspective here, why didn't you just go to your PR team? Why'd you kill a little girl? So you could what? Pretend to be Frank Ocean? Which great influence, good choice. It's not like there's a million people on this app alone, like, doing the exact same thing. I've already seen like 10 guys with like the exact same style, doing the exact same voice, the exact same vibes. They're lining up to replace you, my guy. You're so replaceable. And speaking of lining up, once you're behind bars, they're gonna be lining up to give you the Chomo special like every day, dude. You're fucked. Nightmare, 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 nightmare. Celeste is a huge part of why any of his music was probably any good. That poor girl was, you know, in a relationship, like supporting a toxic man's depression and self-hatred at an age where, you know, she should have just been hanging out with her friends. It kills me. And this one's hard to bring up because I don't really know how to say it right, but like, why are we calling David a rapper? Don't be racist right now.
Yeah, that dude definitely wasn't a rapper. Don't bring him to the rap side of the community. That dude did emo alternative music. He was not a rapper. Song I mentioned before on Celeste's birthday. This is called Birthday Suicide. I almost said it. Birthday Ooh-eyed. And she died a day before her birthday. So this is called birthday. Well, she got found the day before her birthday. This is called Birthday Ooh-eyed.
Dear Mom, it's my birthday.
This dude is so fucking cringy and weird.
Happy birthday to me, dear Dad. It's been the worst day, and in the worst way.
Man, this dude. I don't know if he was just doing some big ass confession or what he got going on.
I'm still alive. I don't wanna be here.
He said, I'm still alive, but I don't want to be here.
The candles don't need fade on cake. I don't want my birthday. No, not today. Blessings on blessings, a curse after curse.
Blessings on blessings, curse after curse. This dude is so cringy, man.
And every passing second, for better or for worse, I don't see the better anyways. I just choose to believe.
I'm sorry, this dude can't sing for shit. Like, literally, just cannot sing.
I'm not okay. Dear Mom, I still love you, and I thank you for life again, dear Dad.
He's like writing a confession letter for his ooh-eyed. I I think he's gonna end up unaliving, you know what I'm saying, him on whoop-de-whoop.
I still cherish times we had. Didn't see quite eye to eye, but that's alright. Goodbye.
He's saying goodbye. Like this dude is cringy AF. I'm sorry. This dude just gives cringe a whole new meaning. Let's continue.
A lot of people with big ass accounts think they're doing their big one by coming on this saying, David did it, he definitely did that. Yes, it is very obvious he was in an illegal, predatory, abusive relationship with a very significantly young girl. But I think people need to think, especially black folks. I'm seeing melanin-rich black folks get on this app and think they're doing their big one by saying, he did it, lock him up, get him.
Are you melanated, ma'am? I'm confused. It's not given, but I don't want to judge, so what?
Did it, pointing to his lyrics, pointing to the art, pointing to all these things. We literally desperately need to safeguard due process. So, rather than using your big ass fucking platforms to be judge and fucking jury, I get going through the evidence, discussing it, and asking why is a young black man who has all of this evidence that are compelling people to feel emboldened to come on the app and say, get him, he did it, without thinking about how if he did this, there are so many people involved. Why hasn't he been arrested yet? If you guys are so confident, why aren't people raising that? I want to know if the body was found in a Tesla, in the condition and state it was. They've been known since the 8th. It was registered to David, this, that, and the other. It's a fucking Tesla. Literally, it's been handed to the authorities. Nobody is asking why David hasn't been arrested yet so he could have due process. People are skipping steps and not really thinking about why hasn't he? Because a lot of people are trying to make it seem like there's enough evidence to come on this app and say he did it, lock him up, throw away the key, and if y'all feel confident coming on the app saying, yeah, that means locking the fuck up, and he's not locked the fuck up, and people are saying, oh, well, they have to go through the motions, make sure, you know, they've locked people up, arrested people, pressed charges for less. So what is it about David? What is it about the circumstances? Why do they have that Tesla and we've seen nothing? What is really fucking going on? I was talking to a friend about the situation. They made a good point that I had been considering. Do we know? Has anybody really confirmed? Is everybody in Celeste's family got all their papers, all their documents? Is anybody thinking about the times we're actually in? Maybe that is a contributing factor to why a runaway maybe had missing posters, but it wasn't really hounded down. Feds could be involved at this point. Other questions. But it's not making the world safer for more runaways, for more black, brown, undocumented, vulnerable fucking people, for y'all to just say, that's all it was. It was that one guy. Just get that one guy, and I bet all this fuckery will be solved. Just put it on David. David is complicit, obviously, in many ways in this scenario. He wasn't alone. There's a lot involved. If y'all are so confident that he did it, why aren't you asking why he hasn't been arrested? How would you be working for 12, because it's still ACAB, always. How are you cooperating with 12, skipping steps in an already fucked up justice system, or your people or any other black person? Like, we need to preserve our rights while getting justice, okay? Ask the right questions. Ask the right fucking questions.
Yeah, she mad. She said David is innocent, y'all. Y'all agree with her? Y'all got her fucked up. Let's continue.
All I want to know is, where was y'all at when we been trying to expose David? You know what I'm saying? 8 months ago, the underground, the real underground scene. You feel me? We don't associate with none of that craziness. You know what I'm saying? Where was y'all at when we was in them discords? When he was paying people to delete pictures. Like, we been seeing it. We been trying to expose it. Y'all waited till somebody lost their life and then bring it to the light. But we been trying to shed light on it. Y'all just, you know what I'm saying, overlooked it and waited till something unfortunately devastated happened. So, unfortunately, it's sad that it played out that way. But at the end of the day, we've been trying to shed light on it. Like, 8 months ago, I can name drop people who've been doing it. Tubman Underground posted it. Tubman, all them underground pages from 2022. Come on, bro. We been knew about this stuff, bro. We been trying to expose it. Now y'all wanna shed light on it. Nah, bro. RP Shotty though.
And that's somebody else from his Discord server. Everybody says they've been trying to expose this shit with this dude. A lot of people been trying to expose this shit, but nobody ever paid attention.
I have some new information about the David situation when it comes to Celeste Hernandez, and let me tell you, I've been deep down this rabbit hole, and what I just discovered is actually scaring me so bad, it's not even funny. Okay, so we know David's first show for his tour was on July 30th of 2025, and this is where fans were capturing that he had a whole funeral set up for this first show. Sure, you guys remember this video going all over everybody's For You pages right now because it was just really, really odd. And he even has this obituary, but as you can see, Atami is the name, and in Japanese, this means pain. And Atami is actually his alter ego. And just stay with me because I'm about to play you a clip of him talking about this Atami alter ego and how he is an unaliver and all of this crazy stuff. As this date, February 2023 to August 2025. And this part really just made me feel unsettled because I started digging into the date because I found it really weird that people on Reddit, before they found out Celeste, were alleging that Celeste's friends lost communication with her in August. Here's that Reddit post that was going around, and they were talking about a girl named C that they were saying would go on trips to LA and that she was in 9th grade, and it turns out C's friends knew that David would allegedly pay them to keep their mouth shut about this relationship. Mind you, this Reddit post was before they identified Celeste as being the one in the trunk, but they knew somebody was in this trunk. So the day that they found out it was Celeste, somebody commented and said, your timelines don't match up because she's been missing since 2024. And this person responded, yes, she was missing for that long officially, but she still had friends who were in contact with her. Again, I'm not sure what her family life was like. It seemed very broken to me, which makes me believe she didn't want to go back home. What I meant was my sister and her friends lost all contact with her for over a month. Since early or mid-August, I'm not too sure.
Man. This is crazy work. So some people were still talking to her while she was missing, allegedly.
At this point, it's like he's literally envisioning all of this, and I'm not saying that he for sure did it because he is still innocent until proven guilty, but that is absolutely crazy. It's like what he is talking about is now actually happening. There is no dang way. And now in this tour, he is talking about this alter ego now passed away August of 2025, why he has this casket and everything set up on this very first show that he did. The same exact time frame that neighbors are saying that car was parked across the street from where he lived, and also Celeste's friends are saying that is the last time they talked to Celeste was sometime in August. Now at this point, I am honestly really, really disturbed. If it comes out that David is in fact guilty, at this point, it really could be premeditated. I feel like at this point, I have been way too far down this rabbit hole because it just keeps going and going, and I swear each time I'm getting more and more disturbed. Well, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
I agree though, man. The more I cover this case, it's like, bruh, how much more can we go through? How much more can we go through? Oh, hold on, my bad. Now look at this. This Celeste right here, allegedly. I don't one of his streams. On one of his streams. You can't deny this, bro. Yeah, the dude was right there with the little girl again. There's more footage of him with her right here. And that's Celeste allegedly with him at the beach out there late at night. And that ain't the adult one, allegedly. But yeah. What y'all think about that?
This shit is crazy. It just gets deeper and deeper. And yes, I'm talking about the David situation. I just keep seeing video here, there, evidence. Bro, you're cooked. You're finished. You're not going back on tour. But first of all, always do your due diligence, because this type of, situation, you gotta really do your deep dive. The internet is going crazy on bro right now. So what happened was the body was found a week ago in a tow lot, and I know y'all think like, well, how did they find it? Well, the body was decomposing. It was in there for about, I think, a month, 3 weeks, or whatever. Though it was in there to the point where the shit was stinking and it was rotting through the car. People were smelling the shit. Now apparently the car was registered to David. Now nobody thought nothing about it because David, he's on tour, so obviously people are thinking this must be a setup. Somebody was driving this car, woody woo. But here's where the iceberg or the rabbit hole comes in. When it happened, a body was reported missing. Who was the body? The lady name was Celeste, and she, her mother said that she had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend name was David too. That's crazy. And then, the internet, they do what they do. They started researching shit. They started deep diving. They find out that the woman, Celeste, the missing body woman, and David, they got the same tattoo, and I think it's called Shh. But I don't know, you feel me? That's one conspiracy theory, right? Next, they go into this nigga, he makes music about Shorty. You feel me? He got a song talking about I'll wait for you, and Shorty's allegedly 15, and the nigga was like, I guess he was 18 at the time, and he waiting for her to grow up. That's crazy as shit. Now, I'm not gonna go into the whole situation. It gets deeper and deeper and crazier and crazier. The police, you feel me? They came in and they did a whole raid in that nigga's house trying to figure out what they could find. He canceled all his tours. What's your thoughts? You feel me? Do you think he did it? You think he going to jail? Drop in the comments.
Do y'all think he's going to jail? I don't know about. Now, I don't know if he's going to end up in jail, because this might have been his sacrifice. This might have been the way he could get on. I don't know.
Cause what the fuck is a 20-year-old doing with a 14-year-old? Why the fuck the police still ain't even arrest him yet? Like, it's literally evidence in his fucking lyrics. In one of his songs, I think called Romantic Homeless, he literally says, I ghosted Celeste and left our memories in the back of the Tesla. Mind you, her body was found in the fucking Tesla. The car was registered to fucking David. Like, and again, my thing is, it just give like pedophile, because you couldn't tell me this girl looked underage to you. Like, even if she did lie, you couldn't tell me she looked underage to you. You still wanted to, you still talk to her, you still fuck with her. They even got messages going back and forth, and you telling me the police still ain't arrested him yet? Like, your car is linked to her. He ain't got shit but clues all inside all his songs about her. Like, it's giving the motherfucking police just building a case. Like, all his lyrics, even the post he be making, that shit is literally lining up with what the fuck is going on right now. And then it's like, if you scroll on his page, it's like the fucking evidence is being right there and hidden fucking plain sight. Mind you, she been missing since she was 13. And they just now finding her after her fucking 15th birthday. You telling me, bitch, a car that's registered to you, a body that been fucking decomposed, that car, that ain't got nothing to do with you. And she been missing since April of 2024. What do that goes to tell you? Like, it literally be some of the people, like, your favorite artists, you wouldn't even know doing weird shit. Like if y'all don't lock his up, I don't know what. Ain't no way he's that old. You basically been messing with that girl since she was fucking 11. What?
Yeah, well, he been knowing her since about the age of 10. It's looking like all the evidence is pointing towards the age of 10, leaning up to 11.
All right, guys, so I spent a good amount of time last night going through David's social media accounts. I went through his TikTok, his main one, as well as his backup one where he would just post random stuff. I went through his reposts on there. I also looked at his IG and his X, and I believe that I compiled a pretty close timeline of his relationship and the deterioration.
So have y'all heard about his music streams since this has happened? They said that this is the most streams he's ever had. Like his streams are soaring through the roof. One of his songs actually entered the Billboard Top 100, 200, whatever the fuck it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They entered the Billboard Top Music on the charts. Wooty wooty whoop. This dude is blowing up right now.
His relationship with Celeste. So based on what I'm seeing, Celeste joined David's Discord server back in 2022 as a fan. Now during this time period, it appears that David is dating someone completely different. Remember, the two had broken up, it seemed, in June of 2023 because David was going to be on tour and going to be away, and she was still in high school and could not travel with him. Now in December of 2023, it seems like his tour wrapped up for the year and he was able to go back home and have some free time. This is the time period where I think that he and Celeste started talking a little bit more, and I think that things really started to amp up between the two of them in January of 2024 toward the end, especially. On January 20th, David posted TikTok about giving someone his AirTag so that they always have his location. On the 22nd, he posts another TikTok about being in love. On January 24th, 2024, David makes another video about a girl that he loves. On the 25th, this is when we start seeing the introduction of Hello Kitty merch on his page, which is a character that we found out Celeste likes. On the 27th, he posts a video saying that he loves being sent paragraphs by the girl that he likes. And then on February 2nd, 2024, he says that he has a Valentine. There's more posts that he makes between February 7th and February 13th, 2024 that imply that he is in a happy relationship. And then on February 14th, 2024, Celeste is reported missing for the first time. How convenient that he says he has a Valentine that year and Celeste just goes missing on Valentine's Day. Now, David is posting on social media.
So he said he had a Valentine and the little girl goes missing on that same day that he says that he has a Valentine. What are y'all thoughts on that?
A little bit after this, however, it seems like he's mostly posting like promotional.
So the person ain't gonna be no war in Dallas. Does it look like I'm talking about Dallas? Get your bitch ass out my chat. Get your weird ass on, though.
Videos that
It's definitely gonna be a war.
were pre-recorded for his.
Oh, I know who that is. That's fucking Never mind. Don't block him. Never mind. I know who that is. That's fucking Dre. Dre, shut up. It is gonna be a war. You involved in it. Get your weird ass on.
Upcoming music. Celeste was considered a missing person around this time, and David was not working around this time. He had a lot of free time, and I think that he was 100% with Celeste. And I think that it's further proven with this comment right here that was made on one of his videos on February 26, 2024, that implies that he was dating an underage girl. Now, sometime between February and April, Celeste does end up returning back home. And if Celeste was with David when she first was reported missing, she probably would have had to have gone back home because around this time period, things were picking back up for David. He was actually with family. He was on the Jimmy Kimmel Show and he was doing a few performances. And based on what I'm seeing, David rents Airbnbs when he's staying in California. So if his stay at this specific Airbnb at the time was up, Celeste would not have had a place to stay while he was away doing what he was doing. And obviously she could not have gone with him because she was underage. So she would have arguably had to have gone home. Now, at the beginning of April 2024, Celeste is reported missing again. Her missing flyer says that she was last seen around 9 p.m. on April 5th, 2024, wearing Hello Kitty sandals. Now, have you guys heard this specific part of the story? Take a listen.
Her brother told NBC News that he was aware that his sister knew the singer David. Matthew Rivas said when she went missing, she was on her way to see a movie with him, but never returned.
This is where I'm a little thrown off by Celeste's family because they claim that they didn't know who David was, but they allowed Celeste, who would have been 12 to 13 years old, to get inside his vehicle and go to the movies with him. And we also know that Celeste's brother said that he knew that Celeste was with someone who was an adult. And he tried to say something, but authorities did not ever do anything about it.
So the family is saying that she went to the movies with a dude named David and she never returned home. And the brother saying he went to the police and they did nothing about it. This is just weird. You would like to think if a 12-year-old gets in the car with a grown man and goes to the movies and never returns home, the cops definitely would do something about it. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Why wasn't her mom doing something about it? If she knew that Celeste had gotten into a vehicle with an adult and just disappeared, why was more not being done to bring her back home? I don't know. In my personal opinion, I think that the family of Celeste may not have known David's real age at the beginning, but I think that they did obviously find out. And I don't think that they truly cared in the moment. And I think that now they're just saying that they do to save face, but that's just my opinion. Now, on April 29th, 2024, I already shared these messages right here where Celeste tells one of her friends that her and David had gotten into it a little bit because he found out that she was with another guy and he was really upset and crying. They end up working things out, and then he goes back to making posts insinuating that he's in love. But I don't think that it was ever the same after that. I don't think that he ever fully trusted her after this incident, because on June 16th, 2024, he releases a clip of a song that has lyrics that go, "I love you like I'm supposed to, but you never say it back, now I hate you." So he's referencing in the songs that he's writing that he's starting to despise and resent the person that he's dating because he feels like she's constantly hurting him, but he is constantly going back. This is what he's saying. Now, on July 3rd, he's in love again. He releases a clip called "There Goes My Baby," where he references the height difference between him and his girlfriend. He basically says that his lover is taller than him, but she falls short, indicating that even though the girl he's dating is taller than him, she is not putting in as much effort as she should or as much as he would like. And Celeste actually acknowledges their height difference in their Discord from last year, where she asks him, "How does it feel to know that a 14-year-old is taller than you?" Now, between July and I want to say like November, David is referencing the fact that he misses his girlfriend because he is on tour, and he also references the fact that he's getting paranoid that she hasn't texted him back in 3 hours. This is also a period of time where his reposts on TikTok seem to indicate that his partner is either not being loyal to him, or he is finding out or suspicious that his partner is not being loyal to him. And I think that this has almost everything to do with the fact that he has been on tour, flying around to different states, flying outside of the country where Celeste cannot go. She cannot fly as a missing person. And I think that that actually ruined their entire dynamic. Upon him returning home at the end of November of 2024, there are no posts about him being in a relationship, about him being in love. He's not really making any posts to social media around this time period. It seems like after tour, he went to California for a brief amount of time and then went down to Texas to be with family. And then on February 10th, 2025, he makes a video on TikTok saying that he does not have a Valentine this year. So now I'm actually wondering, when was Celeste's last proof of life? If Celeste and David were not together this year, where was she and who has she been with? Is it possible that David was still taking care of her on the low because he did not want her to say anything? Or is there someone else that could be involved in all of this? This is just my first draft of this timeline. I'm still working on it. I'm still adding things to it, and I will continue to add things to it. So I will be sure to continue updating you guys as I find stuff and as information comes out. What do you guys think about all of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to follow for more.
Great timelines everybody's putting together. Why do I feel like we all care about this more than the parents?
Why everybody's worried about David and why he not arrested. The police is trying to figure out if the parents of that little girl knew she was messing with a man who was 18. Because if they knew, they're in trouble. So they probably got to play stupid so they can stay out of trouble. See, David being cooperative, and if he's saying that they knew, then the attention is focused on them and not him. So he won't be arrested, because first we got to figure out how much did y'all know and how much should y'all be held accountable. A lot of these Hispanic girls act way too grown, and their parents be knowing this. They be knowing it. And if that man has money and she's all in his face, they just might look the other way if they feel like they can profit from it. This is not all Hispanics. This is not all of them. But I have seen this with my own eyes. They'll know their daughter is talking to a man who is too old. They'll know this is something that could be considered great. And the whole time they'll be hoping she get pregnant so they can extort him. I promise you. It's a nasty world we live in. Her family had to know she was talking to this boy. These photos was online. Her friends had to know. Girls brag about stuff like that. He had money. He had motion. She told somebody. Somebody knew this. They called her a runaway probably because she decided not to come home when she got addicted to the lifestyle he was living.
Salute to Lucky for the $25 on Cash App. Thank you, Lucky. Salute.
They gotta make themselves seem innocent while pointing the finger at him. Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't be held accountable. All I'm saying is everyone should be held accountable. This is what happens when your black child don't grow up around his own people. They get weird as fuck, because ain't nobody there to tell him, what is you doing? Why is you fucking with that little girl? Boy, get your goofy ass from doing, like, you know how he is. Like, come stop playing. This is what happens when y'all take y'all kids and y'all try to run them out there to be around these other folks. They got no proximity to their own peoples. They grow up and get really fucking weird. I don't care if they get successful. They still be odd. I don't care how great and amazing they are. They still get caught up in bullshit like this because they don't understand what they up against in the world. They get to forgetting that they black still. Because I can tell you, to be letting a 13-year-old Hispanic girl mess with a black boy, a black young man, it was something profitable. Somebody seen dollar signs. It wasn't all love and happiness. They didn't just embrace that. California, come on now. Anywhere. Y'all know how the world is. Y'all know what's really going on. They didn't just embrace that. They didn't just accept that unless it came with benefits.
That was a really good theory to say that those parents possibly knew that that little girl was with a grown man.
The thing that I don't understand about this David situation is, where's the statement from David? Where are you, David? You had so much to say when you were on that tour. When they discovered the body in the frunk of your car, you had nothing to say. Oh, wait, you actually did, because you were on tour. When they discovered those Discord messages, and they've been posting those and leaking those since Thursday, and they've been leaking videos or posting videos about you and that teenage girl, literally videos of you guys on stream, you have had nothing to say. Streamers, celebrities, they never shut the fuck up. But he has. We haven't even seen a statement from a lawyer at this point. Where are you?
I'm be real. It's kind of weird that he ain't said nothing. Where the hell are you, David?
Now these are either really scary coincidences or David is self-confessing to the murder of Celeste through his art. David had an alter ego called Itami. Itami, translated to Japanese, means pain. During an interview, David openly spoke about Itami.
And that's Japanese for me. Itami is the villain of this album.
He said Itami kills people. He gets in the way of David's relationships because that's not weird. On David's tour, he had a coffin brought in as a prop. Next to that coffin was a book. A book's fans could send a message to the deceased. And next to that was the ceremony book. The ceremony book for Itami, his alter ego. Interestingly, the date on the booklet read February 2023 to August 2025. Now, Celeste's body was found in September 2025. However, because of how bad she was decomposed...
And it's crazy because she went missing right around that time in Valentine's Day in February of 2024. Or 20, whatever, it was 2024, I believe, but it's kind of, I don't know. All of this stuff is just some weird fucking coincidence. This dude is weird, bro. I'm sorry.
And the condition of her body, they still can't put a date on when she died. So was that September? David also claims that Itami commits crimes. Remember we were saying, gets in the middle of his relationships. Well, he demonstrates it in his music video where Itami starts to cut up the girl, chops off her arm. Has David been planting these clues all along? Or is this nothing more than an eerie coincidence?
I don't believe in coincidences, and this is way too many for me to believe in. This is way too many.
I'm back with another David and Celeste Hernandez update. And now David's Discord moderators are deleting everything in the Discord server. But honestly, I don't think they're that smart, and I don't think they've ever read the rules of Discord, because Discord can download all of that information. But in my opinion, I'm pretty sure they probably have already been through Discord already, and that's probably one of the reasons why they were able to get a search warrant for the residence that David was living at. Mind you, one of the things that they took out of the home was a computer. Some of these moderators are trying anyway. They were literally talking about purging his Discord, deleting messages, and even deleting pictures throughout the day yesterday. And I mean, at this point, we know exactly why they're trying to purge this Discord, because they are trying to get rid of the information that people People were literally exposing him a whole year ago when it came to Celeste Hernandez. I mean, people were calling her out by her whole entire name in this Discord chat to David. I'm sure that this statement from the Discord and Twitch staff confirming that Celeste Hernandez was on 2 streams with David really started getting them shook. But they claimed that they did not know that she was missing and they thought that she was around 18 to 19 years old. People have went so far into David's Discord before this purge started happening that they were finding stuff like this, like a comment from that deleted user that a lot of people believe is Celeste that posted a picture wearing a ring and a tattoo on one of her fingers saying David. In this chat on David's Discord, this they person says happy birthday. And it's to deleted user, and the date is 9/07/2022, and they say thanks babe. We know 9/07 is Celeste's birthday. And people in David's Discord have even alleged more, that it was more than just Celeste that David was allegedly talking to that was underage. Some of these Discord users that are in David's Discord are acting like this was something that he would normally do. There's even messages from a girl that was allegedly underage talking to David back in 2023, and these text messages are being posted. And this text is allegedly from David to her saying, "Hola, okay, so I've been up all night thinking logically about you. Work, life, relationships, and realize something that you'd agree with if you see it the way I do. Straight from my heart, I really, really, really love you, but I've been checking on my schedule for the rest of this year and next year, and I'm barely in Texas. I believe that long distance relationships work under the right conditions, like you being able to travel with me, etc. But you're still in school. With that also being said, I don't like hiding anything from anyone. I would love to have a public relationship with someone, but the way this is going, we're going to have to be a secret or something. I want you to be happy, but you still have so much left to do in these 2 last years of high school. And it may change your view on it entirely, and I would gladly wait for you if we were both in the right headspace when the time comes. I want to still be here for you though, and talk like we did before it got complicated. I love and care about you and need to make sure you're not alone. We are still interlinked. Please express your...
How the fuck are you interlinked with a little kid, brother? What is wrong? What is wrong with you, dog? You need help.
Self thoroughly, please, not okay or KK. Want to know now everything that's going through your head. And then it gets even crazier when you realize on one of David's TikToks that's still up right now, a year ago in 2024, a person named Robin River commented on his TikTok saying, "I'm waiting for LAPD to get you for messing with a 13-year-old girl." So yeah.
Now mind you, that was 2/26/2024. After she went missing, somebody commented on his TikTok saying, "I'm waiting for LAPD to get you for messing with a 13-year-old girl."
I can see why they want to delete everything off that Discord, but honestly, it's not going to work like they think it is. At this point, they could just catch a charge for tampering with evidence, because that's crazy. Y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
So yeah, that's crazy work, right? People deleting shit out the Discord, not realizing you can't delete nothing. It all exists.
I knew there was more information about this David situation. And no, it is not what most of you probably think. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me update you. I'm not going to go through the whole David situation again. You can watch my other videos. But it is now coming out that the mom may have already known that she was being seen by David. And keep in mind, this started when Celeste was 11 years old. There are a lot of messages going around, let's just say. And unfortunately, I won't be able to quote every single one because they are pretty long and I don't really show photos here. I will be showing one photo in this video though, so stay to watch that. So the gist of what the messages were saying, I'll just say it like this. It was saying pretty much that because David had money, because David was independent, because David was known, and because David was paying all these people money to have Celeste, the family thought, oh, it's perfectly fine. She'll be fine with David. 11 years old, bruh. She was 11 years old. Celeste's mom would get $10,000 from David, and this is alleged. These are in the messages though. And that $10,000 was to be able to have Celeste. And it's supposed to make him not look like a... Are you fucking kidding me? It makes you look like a horrible fucking person. You're paying for an 11-year-old, bruh. And this matches up with the fucking messages that were on Discord. Something about her saying, something about my mom, and then David saying, don't worry, I'll fix it. He was gonna pay her. They didn't give a fuck. By the way, I'm gonna say again, this is all alleged. I do not want anybody to come at me. This is alleged. But the proof is in the messages though as well. So, you know. Now, for the picture that I'm gonna show you, somebody found a comment on one of David's videos on TikTok from 2024. Maybe some of you recognize this video. Possibly, but do you recognize the comment from Robin River? Waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl! From 2024. People knew about this shit way long ago. So this situation hasn't just started. It's already started a long time ago. But as usual, if there's anything else that comes out about this, I'll be sure to let you know. Just drop a comment that you want more videos like this, and also follow me so you never miss a video like this. I'm feeling a little sick, so if you guys can wish me to get well in the comment section, I would really appreciate that. But for right now, peace out, those are motherfuckers. Have a good one.
David, just a complete creepy freaking weirdo, right? Which leads us back to this. David, you knew this little girl, right? You knew this little girl, David. You knew her, David. That's her right there, David, in the stream with you at night at the lake or beach, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. You was at late night with this little girl, bro, allegedly. Yeah, this dude is a creepy ass weirdo, man. Old David, just a creepy weirdo, right? Chat, this has to be one of the strangest cases that we've ever covered over here, right? I don't know, man. This dude is a sinister dude. A lot of people are trying to say that David, he's innocent. You got a lot of questions. You got a lot of questions to answer with this David situation. Look, y'all can say not the same brows. Y'all can say not the same whoopty-whoop. David weird, bro. He know that little girl. Look, some of y'all got me looking at y'all crazy as hell. The people that are trying to defend this with every fiber of their soul, I'm looking at y'all motherfuckers weird. What is going on with y'all? What y'all got going on in y'all personal life that y'all are really defending this man? It's not the same girl. It's not. He knows the little girl. He was in a Discord server with a 10. If a 10-year-old pops up in my Discord server, you know what I'm do? Hey, mods, block her little ass. Get that little girl the hell out my server. Get that little boy the hell out my server. And mods already know. They wouldn't even need me to tell them that. They already know. If you hear a little kid's voice, get them the hell. I don't want no little kids allowed around me and my ratchet gang. Look, we if y'all got kids, we respect y'all. We love y'all. We love the kids. We don't want to talk to them. I'm sorry, look, I love your kids. I don't got nothing. I'm cool with it. I love all kids. I don't want to sit there and chit chat with them in my Discord. We be talking about some crazy stuff. We be talking about sex, all type of stuff. I don't want a kid listening to me have a conversation with another adult. This ain't time for me to be chopping it up with no kid. I don't want to chop it up with nobody kid. So the fact that you even know this little girl, you had her in your Discord server. She was dropping pictures of herself saying she was 14 at the time. She met you in person, said she was taller than you. You definitely had her number. She had yours. Y'all were in streams together. Y'all in pictures together. You definitely had an inappropriate relationship with her. So the fact that anyone's even attempting to say that this dude is innocent of anything, I don't know if he unalived her or not. I don't know. I don't know that. I think he definitely has something to do with it. I think he did it. I'm gonna be real. I think he did it. But he ain't innocent of shit. This dude, he broomed that little girl. And he definitely lured her in using his fame and fortune to get her in his like tangled web of bullshit. He definitely broomed that little girl. So who's defending it? Which one of you good folk is in here defending that dude from doing what he did to that little kid? I don't. That little girl ended up in your Tesla because she was connected to you. She didn't just randomly appear in your Tesla. No matter if you did it or somebody connected to you did it, you're involved. They went looking for clues at your house because you're involved. They went looking for blood samples, hair follicles, computer. They want a digital footprint. You know why? Because they know you're involved, dumbass. The only reason why you haven't been charged yet, in my eyes, is because they're going to build a bigger case on you. And I don't think that she's going to be your only victim. I think that they're going to build a federal case on you, and they're going to say you were grooming a bunch of little kids. Those computer documents are going to come up with multiple underage girls to me. This is just what I think. I don't think you're going to get found innocent of anything. And if you do, I think you sacrificed her. I think that this little girl, if you don't get found guilty, either they're going to bring up some random person and it's going to be the biggest coincidence, or she's just never going to get justice, or you're going to go down. So we got three choices here. Either you're going down for this, or they're going to throw some random person who no one ever heard of, and they're just going to throw that person into the mix and say they did this to the little girl, or they're just going to do nothing altogether and you sacrificed her. That's just my opinion. That's what I think. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm not wrong, because I hope you do go down for what you did to that little girl and anybody connected with you, because it's starting to come out that your manager might have had something to do with this. A lot of people are starting to blame your manager for having something to do with this. Is that she was taken across state lines. It's got to be a Fed case, right? But I'm thinking that the manager worked with you, and I think that the manager also knows that you like the little ones, and I think you got some people around you who should go down with you in a RICO, because I think that you've been using your enterprise, which has been your fame and fortune, to lure little girls in, and I think that you definitely were paying money that you made from these streams and made from this enterprise that you got, and you were using it to harbor kids and do other. I just think that this should be a federal RICO, my opinion. I think that David should go down in a federal RICO, and they said I think he messed with men as well. I don't think he's straight, but I'm just saying I think he definitely like the little ones, the girls. They might wait until he's over 50 to get him. No, I don't think it's gonna take that long. He definitely crossed state lines with that child, so it's given federal case. So, and he did a lot of stuff on the internet. He lured her from the internet as well, which screams the feds should be picking this case up. And I think the feds are working with the state to go ahead and wrap this dude up. And I think they're going over everything that they can before they charge him with everything. I think it's going to be one huge charge and one big ass indictment. I don't think that there's going to come, we think you did something, so we're going to arrest you now. No. I think we're going to watch your phone. We're going to watch you, and we're going to monitor your movements, and we know you did this. We're just going to prove it now. We know you did it. We're going to prove it. We're not going to go to court with hopes that you get proven guilty. We're going to go to court with knowing you're getting prosecuted for this. So, David, I'm pretty sure you got you a lawyer. Hire you a better lawyer and figure your life the fuck out. Brother, you're about to get packed up, and they're going to glaze your honey buns when you get to where you going. Them boys gonna glaze your honey buns. You look like you about 5'3", 130. You look like you about 5'3", 130. They finna have you being a prison pillow when you get to your destination. Your final destination, you're gonna be a pillow on top of somebody's bed. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you, David. Somebody gonna put you on top of their bed and you're gonna be a pillow. They're gonna sleep on top of you. I'm just gonna be honest with you, my brother. But David, you're a weirdo, you're sick, and you're twisted and demented. This case still goes on. We're going to continue to cover it over here. Ratchet Gang, y'all let me know what y'all think about this when I get off this damn live. This has been another good show. We've been having some dope episodes here lately. So Ratchet Gang, I love y'all more than y'all will ever know, man. I'm about to get ready to get the hell up off here. Good night to everybody. David. Crazy story. I got another case that I'm going to pick up here that somebody been sending me. I just need to do some research on it, but somebody sent me another case that I might be covering tomorrow night. But I'm going to get ready to get the hell up off here. Ratchet Gang, I love y'all more than y'all will ever know. This your boy Big Ratchet. That's Ratchet Gang, and this is RatchetTV. And until the next episode, y'all, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about tonight's content. We've been here for almost 3 hours. I'm tired. I'm finna get ready to get the hell up off here and give me something to eat. What y'all think, man? Y'all think David can make it up out of this? Do you think David's gonna get found guilty? Y'all think he's gonna walk? What do y'all think is gonna happen next, man? I don't know. Crazy story. One of the craziest stories I ever had the opportunity to cover. Let me know in the chat what y'all think, man. I'm gone, Ratchet Gang. I love y'all, man. Salute to everybody. All my moderators, salute. All the green members, salute. All of the people that subscribe to the channel and got their notifications turned to all, salute. Salute to everybody out there, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I love y'all more than y'all will ever know. Hey, this your boy Big Ratchet. I'm gone, gang.